Hello everybody, and we are live. Sorry we're starting late. I'm just trying to get hold of MCToon again. We seem to be having issues. So I just want to say thank you to everybody that's coming. Thank you to all being here. Please just hit that like button and share. We will start soon. But while we're waiting for MCToon, I have something special I want to try. This is a box. This box is going to be for, how can I put it? I'm going to presume something to be in the future. I'm going to make a prediction. I'm going to write something on this piece of paper. I'm going to predict something about this stream. I'm not going to show what it is now, but at the end of the stream, stay tuned so you can see what prediction I make here. Okay? Something about MCToon. How are you all doing, by the way? Good to see you. Thank you for coming. Much love to you guys. Hey PJ Cruikshank. Hey Crew. Adam Meekin, Goldie. You guys all rock. Thank you for being here. Thank you to all my members and Patreon supporters. You guys are all awesome. Really, really do appreciate you being here. Oh. Well, I don't really have the best handwriting. But you see, I wrote it. I'm folding it in. See, I'm even putting the pen away. I'm going to open the box. This is the prediction. I'm sticking it in. I'm closing the box. I'm going to put it next to the camera so you will know if I'm going to reach and fetch it. So thank you all for being here. Yeah. So stay tuned to the end to know what that prediction is. I'm still not getting hold of him. I'm going to try and call him on Skype again. We seem to be having issues. He couldn't hear me on Skype. We did try do Discord, but he wanted to actually hear me. Okay, he sent another Zoom. Let's try Zoom.
The person you are trying to reach is currently unavailable.
So I'm going to try.
Please
Zoom
leave a message after the tone.
Join with video. Let's see.
Recording in progress.
Jose JG Boom is new. Welcome, Jose JG Boom. You do appear to be new.
Sorry. Hi, MCToon. Can you hear me? Yeah, sorry. I think we had some issues there.
Yes, we did. All right. Well, Flatzoid is in the house, and they can hear you. But I presume you're not going to be
no,
on video.
I'm not getting. I can't get it right to get my video to work on Zoom while I'm on OBS, unfortunately. All
right. Well, I don't have a stock photo for you.
Oh man. Maybe FTE can supply you with one quickly.
Excellent. FTFE, can you send me a stock photo of Flatzoid from iStock.com? Right? Is that where you keep your headshots?
So how are you doing this evening, sir?
I'm great. It's 3:00 in the afternoon. Normally I'm working, but on a Friday, nice weather and everything, I started working earlier and wrapped up, so all good. So I thought what we would do is I would give an overview of what happened to the videos that I did, and then you're kind of how you responded to it. And then I have this. I worked on some stuff, some specific real world tests that both of us can do and show how to actually apply perspective and do the calculations. And then we can both go through that, right, and see which one works. Does that sound good?
We can try, yeah.
Okay, so I'll give my overview of what happened. So I did a video responding to Karen B, and she had a video on how sunsets, she tried to make it the most comprehensive video on how sunsets work on flat Earth. And she said it was perspective, and then I did the application of perspective And I found out that it didn't work. And then she said also refraction plays a role. And then she did a demonstration where she had refraction bending light the opposite of the way that it does in the atmosphere. I said, well, that's a little dishonest. I wanted her to actually try it again, but she didn't want to talk to me for some reason. I don't know. I thought it's been really nice to her. We've had a great conversation. I don't know why she got upset. I was very surprised. Anyway, that's beside the point. I did then another video because what happened is a bunch of flat earthers in the comments of that video said that I did not know how to apply perspective correctly. So I posted on Facebook, I posted on some flat earth forums online. I asked different people, how do I do perspective? What is the process to calculate perspective for flat earth? And I did not get a single answer. So I could not do the process because nobody gave me the actual answer for how to calculate perspective for flat earth. So then I did the second video and I calculated perspective the way that I know how to calculate perspective. And in that video, I included a real world example that I'd done previously in a debate about 2 years ago with Conspiracy Cats and Gleam and The Plain Truth, where I measured the height of a trailer, a semi-trailer, without knowing the height, right? I measured the distance along one side and I measured the angle with the Theodolite app on my phone. Did the trigonometry and I got a number for the height and I was within 1 inch of the height of the trailer for the final answer. So that was a confirmation. I showed that in the video. And then I did the same application of perspective for figuring out the height of the sun on flat Earth. So all of this is about flat Earth. Nothing about the globe in any of these calculations. 100% completely just about flat Earth. So I tried to do it all right, but then you, and let me hand it over to you, Flatzoid, and you can explain your response to that.
Okay. Yeah. I was just trying to explain to you. First, I have to ask you one question: is orthographic view perspective?
What's that? Is orthographic an orthographic view? Is it perspective?
Yeah.
Orthographic view is not how you see it, but it is a very effective way for visualizing what's going on. And in my the trailer that I did, right, where I did the measurements on the trailer, I drew an orthographic view of it, and it was correct. So I've never seen where orthographic views are not correct. It's not what you see, but every time I've seen them used, they're correct. But if you don't like to use orthographic, you can just figure it out in your head without having an orthographic view drawn out. I mean, that's how I typically do it. But
so
if you're making a video, it's visual to have an orthographic view.
So you would understand that orthographic is only 2-dimensional and perspective is 3-dimensional.
I'm anxious to see how it applies and to see your specific application of it. But you go ahead, show us, or give your part of it instead. So I'm gonna get your picture up here while you're talking.
Okay. Yeah, just while you're doing that. Hi, Michael Kahn. Thank you for coming. Bobby Stills and TB, everybody that's joined. Thanks. Yeah, because what I want to say is, you would understand orthographic is simply just about the angles. It takes no perspective into account. When it comes to perspective itself, it's 3-dimensional and you're actually looking at it from your view outwards. So you have a lot of optical phenomena to contend with. When orthographic view, you do not have any of those variables placed into those angle measurements or calculations. You would agree about that? You just go ahead. I'm not gonna. You just give your response so that people know that's what I'm asking.
How we got to this.
Okay, let's put it this way. When you look in perspective view, you are looking from your point of view outward. So you have a 360-degree field of view, you could say, all around you. You have optical phenomena because you live in a 3-dimensional world. So you have refraction, you have parallax, you have different angles, you have compression, and you have limiting angles. When it comes to orthographic, all you have is angles, nothing more. It doesn't take any of the perspective variables into consideration. So when you are, how can I put it, equating that trailer measurement to real-world long-distance observations, it's a false equivalence because you cannot then say, based on this, orthographic triangle I created, it will be at this distance to angle measured. You understand? So that's why you sitting with the 10 degrees, it cannot so-called go, and the sun will not set apparently 10 degrees under the horizon on a flat earth, which is false, because even at 10 degrees a mountain will get in the way, or even a tree will get in the way. I can try share my screen on something I showed today.
Well, that was just to give you a chance to
Okay.
state your case and how we got to this point.
Yeah, that's what I say.
Right.
When I saw your video, it was simply the
Yeah.
argument you made was orthographic view is perspective.
Yeah. So all right. So what I did is I did some before you share your screen. Let's go over this
Okay.
the demonstration. So what I did is I did something. I set up a demonstration where we can do calculations of perspective in the real world to show the right way to calculate perspective in the real world for both of us. We can both do that.
Okay.
Right. And then we can see, both of us, then after we've presented, here's how you calculate perspective, here's how you calculate perspective, then we can see, and the audience will then be able to determine which perspective application or calculation is correct, right? Because you get the right answer.
Okay.
Right. So, all right, let me, I need to get the correct scene here. Ready? There it is. Browser. There it is. Okay. And then I'm going to, I'll share this to you so that you can see it. So people are seeing right now what, go. You can make sure that you can share when it's time. All right. I enabled your ability to share because by default it's off
Yeah.
with Zoom.
Okay, yeah, I can
Alright.
share, yeah.
So, all right, but let's, here it is. All right. So this is the setup.
Yeah.
All right. This is where I did it. You can see on the floor there's a tape measure. I marked the floor with Post-it notes, and then I removed the tape measure so it wasn't in the way of the video. So, and I'll show you here. This is the overview video of how it looks. So you can see I'm just using a light. And then the first part was at close. This is far away, and you can see here's the measurements. This is at 27.3 feet. And up here, this other one here is at 11.8 feet. So I'm using decimal feet because feet in inches sucks.
I'm a meter kind of guy.
Yeah, when I do science, I prefer metric, but my tape measures are all not metric. So all right, so there is, that's the overview. And all right, let's get back here. So what I did then is, I took some measurements there using the Theodolite app on my phone. Right, and I turned it. Now you can see it's the text is upside down. That's because I rotated the phone so that the camera was closer to the floor.
Yeah, makes sense.
And so that's why it's upside down. But right here you can see this is at the top. It's measuring 22.3 degrees. And this next one here, this is at negative 0.2 degrees. So the total elevation is 22.5 degrees. All right. And this is at 11.8 feet away.
Okay.
Right. So now, so there's our challenges. There's what both of us can use to apply perspective to figure out how high, applying our perspective, how high is that light? Do you want to go first?
No, you can go. You're busy showing if you can go on first.
All right. And so I'm going to actually, I'm actually going to show the process on the fly here, how it's done. And I'm going to use orthographic view because that's how you do perspective. So there's that. Now I'm going to share my, so you can see it.
Okay, I'm gonna get the
Flatzoid. I'm going to share, let's see. There, do you see? You see what I'm doing?
Just quickly changing, sorry. Okay, I can see with a protractor.
All right. Yep. So, all right. And then, oh, I need to, it's going to be upside down. I think it's upside down for you.
Yeah, don't worry about that.
Okay.
I can read upside down.
But I need to change it so that everybody else can see it right side up. Rotate 180 degrees. There we go. Okay. So there is the, I have underneath it, the marker bleeds through. So the first one's 11.8 feet. So I'm just going to use 1 square per. .8 right there. And then, let's see, I'll get my straight edge here. So there's along the base. And then the height, we don't yet know the height, so I'll just draw a line up there. But then I can do it right here with the protractor. I can actually get, this is going to be an estimate, but you can see that was 22.5 degrees. It's going to be about up here, right? Somewhere in that area.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so there's the triangle, and we have the 90 here, and we have 22.5 here, right?
Yeah.
Now, remember this, right?
So
I don't know about
Sakatoa.
in this is taught in 11th grade, which is the year you turn 17. It's typically mandatory coverage in high school in the United States here. Is that familiar with you?
Sakatoa, yeah.
Sakatoa for trigonometry. All right. So to get, we want this. This is the height, right? Now, how do we get the height? Well, we don't need the hypotenuse. So, oh, I did this wrong. It's an A. So opposite, tangent is opposite over adjacent. So we've got tangent of theta equals height over 11.8, right? We need to solve for height. We know tangent of theta there because we have theta is 22.5. 11.8 times tangent theta, that's our, because we're bringing the 11.8 over. And then I looked it up ahead of time. Tangent of theta there is 0.4142. You good so far?
Yeah, no, I'm doing fine. I think my chat thinks you're in Australia or something because you're upside down.
Oh, that's right. You're seeing. Yeah,
Chat,
you're seeing this. So I tried. So this camera here, I tried to flip it around, but how I have it up there, I can't.
Yeah.
So I need to try. I need to build something. Anyway, so when we solve for that, we multiply these two, we get 4.89 for the height of the light there. All right. So that would be feet. There you go. Now,
Nice.
I would maybe prefer to do it in sheep units, but I don't have a sheep unit tape measure, so I'll still have to stick with imperial. Sorry. So there. Let's. You want to now you.
No, I just want to ask you
want
a
to
few
show
questions
the
there.
correct way to apply perspective according to you.
That's why I asked you, is orthographic perspective? Remember I asked you in the beginning. You just showed you just showed orthographic trig instead of using perspective. Now what happened if it was a longer distance where refraction, parallax, and compression and things play into the role? How did you take that into account with your trigonometry?
Just show the process that you use to do that. I'll share when you share your screen. I'll put it on screen so you can show the right way to do it. Your right way to do it.
I'm specifically asking you, how did you take those variables into account when you did your orthographic trigonometry?
This is your chance to show how you did it.
Again, MCToon, orthographic is not perspective. Are you saying orthographic is perspective?
Don't look at mine.
I don't
pay no
need
attention
to look
to
at
mine.
yours.
Just show the right way to do it for you, and I'll put you on screen.
There's nothing wrong with how you did the measurements now. There's nothing wrong with that. I totally agree with it. But in far distances, you're not going to get the same results because you have refraction, you have compression, you have many optical variables you have to contend with, like parallax. You do not have this with such short distances, really. So that's why I'm asking you, how did you take that variable into account?
No, this is your chance to show how you do it. So go ahead.
The thing is,
I'll put you full screen as soon as
you didn't do perspective. Now you did orthographic view. That's my whole point.
Yeah, I don't pay no attention to how I did it. Now it's your turn to show the right way to do it. Since you think that I did it wrong.
Because you're not showing perspective in the first instant. Are you not getting it?
Exactly. Yeah. So you show me how to do it the right way. Go ahead.
You just did it the right way because you did a measurement, but it's in short distance. I'm talking about long distance.
Okay, well then you show me how to all the variables that are included and how to include them in a long distance one.
I'm asking you how you did it. You made the claim of saying the sun is at a certain height, not me.
Yes, yeah, and you made the claim that I did it wrong, so I'm just asking to show the right way to do it. Go ahead.
Where did I say you did it wrong? I said you are misrepresenting perspective. You are taking orthographic and
show me the right way to do it. Go ahead, your chance. I'll put you full screen as soon as you share your screen, so you can show me the right way to do it.
Again, you did orthographic and not perspective.
I'm not asking you to show how I did it or to critique my method. I just want you to show how you did it the right way.
I am critiquing your method.
Show the right process so that I can make sure that I do the right process in the future.
Again.
Just go ahead. I'll make you full screen as soon as you share your screen.
I didn't make the positive claim that you can have an exact height based on perspective. That is your claim, hence your video.
Yes, so you show the right way to do it then. Go ahead.
Again, you made the claim. It's your positive claim, not mine.
Pay no attention to how I did it.
We will move on to that as soon as you can
it.
tell me how you get those variables accounted for with orthographic.
You're the one that claims that those must be included. You show the right way. Go ahead.
Yes, because remember when I explained, perspective is 3-dimensional, orthographic is 2-dimensional.
Yeah, you did. So go ahead, show the correct way to do it.
Okay.
You say I'm doing it wrong, show the right way. Go ahead.
Your orthographic
I'll put your screen on. As soon as you share your screen, I'll put it full screen and I won't interrupt you while you do your presentation. Go ahead.
I'm not going to repeat your orthographic because those are the right calculations for orthographic.
Yeah, don't do it my way, do it your way.
But that's not perspective.
What you say is the correct way, show the process. Go ahead.
Again, stop strawmanning me. I'm telling you straight.
I'm not strawmanning you. I'm asking you to show me the way to do it. I can't strawman you. I did not represent any of your ways. I showed only my way. You said that it's done a different way, and I'm asking you just show the process. Go ahead.
No, I didn't say I'd do it a different way. I told you orthographic view is not perspective. That's the whole point of
tonight. Correct, yeah. That's what you said. That is correct. So show the right way to do it. Go ahead.
You cannot get the distance to the sun based on perspective because it's too much variables. That's the whole point. Do you get the point?
Oh, well, that's a claim, and then show your evidence of the right way to do it. Go ahead.
Okay.
I'll make you full screen as soon as you show the process to calculate how to get the elevation of the sun and how to include all those variables. Go ahead.
So guys, you can see he's not really understanding what's going on. Can you see my screen, MCToon?
I can. When are we gonna? Is this gonna be a calculation now?
Can you see my screen?
The right way to do calculation?
Can you see my screen? That's what I'm asking.
Yeah.
Okay. You can see that's a cloud. It's blocked by a mountain, and the trees are blocking the mountain. You would understand they're all different elevations. You understand that?
Just do your presentation. I won't.
I'm asking.
I'm
I'm
going to
going
mute
through.
myself.
It's
so that
just
you can,
simple. Do you understand
that you
that
can-
all
hold on.
different elevations from the
Just a
same
second.
vantage
All right,
point?
I'm going to mute myself now so you can do your presentation.
I'm asking you a question, MCToon. Is that cloud, that mountain, and these trees all at different elevations from the same observation point? Hello? Have we lost him? MCToon?
No, I'm still here. I'm just muting
Okay.
myself so I don't interrupt you. Go ahead.
I'm asking you a question. Is that cloud, the mountain, and the trees all at different elevations from the same observer? Do they all have different elevation angles? It's a simple yes or no question.
I'm not going to interrupt your presentation. Just go right ahead.
You are interrupting because you're not actually following through with it. I think he is mute. I think there's something wrong. He's different. You're being dishonest here. I'm asking you a simple yes or no question. That clouds, higher altitude than mountain, correct? And the mountain is a higher altitude compared to the trees from my observation point. A simple yes or no.
This is just your chance for your presentation.
Hello,
I'm not
it's a
going to interrupt you.
simple
Go
yes
ahead.
or no.
Show the right way to apply perspective. Just go right
I
ahead.
am trying to, but you're not even just saying yes or no.
It doesn't require me to respond in order for you to show the right way to calculate perspective. Just
Okay,
go
let's
right
put it
ahead.
this way, guys. This is three-dimensional. This would be a perspective shot. Him showing off the graphic view, which he is calling perspective, is not perspective. Hence why it's a straw man when he tries to tell me I must do calculations for perspective based on his claim that orthographic is perspective. Okay, that's the one picture. Now I'm going to show a video.
In this video, are you going to show how something needs to get in the way to be obstructed? Is this the video where something gets in the way to be obstructed bottom up?
Video is
I love
being
that one.
processed.
That's a good one.
Oh, the video is still processing. Sorry, because I did rush to get it on. So I don't know how long it's been processing for. It's not that long. Let's see if I can download it quickly. While I'm waiting. So you guys, oh, and MCToon, by the way, I have a box here. I made a prediction at the beginning of the stream, and I wrote it down on paper. I didn't show anybody what it was yet, but I'm telling you at the end of the stream I'm going to show what this prediction shows. So guys, you might want to stay till the end to figure out what that prediction shows. If you think you know, do type it in chat. Okay, I'm gonna just see if it's downloading quickly. Okay, it seems to have downloaded. Open. I just want to make sure it's showing my screen. Am I still sharing, MCToon?
Yep, you're still sharing.
Okay. Do pay attention here. Look at the angles I measured.
I still just see the download screen
Okay.
that says videos
I'll
being
just
processed.
wait. I'll just wait until you can see it better. Oh, it's because it's got some kind of delay. You let me know when you can see it properly.
All right. I can't. I cannot see it.
I don't know why. Because I did share screen. Just let me know when you can.
Is it on the same screen?
It's
No,
on.
it's if you don't do something, it's not going to make a difference. Just waiting isn't going to change anything.
Must I stop sharing and share again? Let's try that again.
That
Share
might work.
screen. Okay, sharing. Okay, I'm sharing again. Can you see it now?
Yes, I do now.
Okay, I'm gonna press play. There's gonna be different angle readings. I'm gonna take the angle reading of the faraway mountain, 12.44 degrees. You would agree that that is a whole 2.5 degrees higher than the 10 degrees you would have based on your so-called sun argument. Simple yes or no?
Yes.
Okay.
12. Or sorry, 13 minus what was it?
I'm just saying it's high. It's got a higher angle measurement than the 10. How about this mountain?
The 22.5 that I showed?
No, on your original video with the sun that can't set at 10 degrees, you say.
Oh, 10.1 degrees, yes.
Okay, this one as well, it's higher. Okay, now I want you to pay attention, what we call with parallax. You see there is a tower there, and there's another tower. I'm just moving to the right. Now we got the angle of this tree blocking that tower and blocking the mountain. They're all different elevation heights. Do you think that mountain, which is 1 kilometer away, is maybe double the height of this tree?
Well, I don't know that.
Could it be?
I don't know the distance to it, so
I'm just saying
I could,
let's say
without more
kilometer away.
information, I couldn't.
Let's just say
I couldn't
kilometer.
guess. But if I did have the distance from the peak of that mountain and the angle, I could tell you how high that mountain was.
If I can show you that the further distance you are, the more inaccurate the measurements are. Would you agree with me?
Well, yeah, but distance and precision are tightly related.
Great. Okay. I just want to quickly get something. I just want to search. I'm going to quickly stop screen and just quickly search for something.
I'm just waiting for the. Is this going to come around to showing how to do the calculations?
Rooney. I want to. Remember, my whole point is when you're using your orthographic view, you're not taking perspective into account. That's the whole thing.
So yeah, you've said that, and so then what all you need to do is just show the right way.
I don't need to do anything because you made the claim. I'm just totally going and showing you that orthographic view is not perspective. That's the whole point of this discussion.
Well, if you are correct, then when you show the way to do the calculations, you will get the more accurate elevation of that, the light in that example there. So I got 4.89 feet as the height.
Which is
so
correct.
I'm sure that you'll have a better angle or better height for that when you do your calculations.
No, it would be correct because...
oh, it's correct.
Yes.
So you agree that I did the orthographic view correct and that the orthographic view does correctly.
I had no issue with the
do perspective.
No.
Orthographic view correctly does perspective.
Again, orthographic view, is it perspective or is it not perspective?
It shows you how to do perspective. Yes, that's what it does. I mean, assuming, of course, if my calculations are correct, which we have yet to find out because I'm waiting for your
just looking for something quickly.
Application of perspective. So just
again, I don't have
to it so that we can compare our results to see who's close.
Again, I don't have to go and do anything to, how can I put it, replace your claim. You're the one that made a positive claim that orthographic is perspective.
Yes, and I did. And
you've already
if my
conceded,
positive claim matches reality, then what does that say about my positive
and you've
claim?
already conceded that that's
I've
with
conceded.
distance, it's not going to be that accurate.
I did not concede that it's not going to be that accurate.
You just
I said there's a relationship between distance and accuracy.
Great. So it's not going to be that accurate with distance. Why do you think that is?
It certainly will. It certainly will continue to be accurate within a margin of error. Yes.
Okay. Now I've got on screen.
All good measurements have a margin of error.
Okay, I've got on screen a stream I did. I see the advert's just come out. I just want to quickly skip it.
But is this where you show the right way to apply perspective?
I'm going to show you that you cannot use orthographic view as perspective when it comes to distance.
No, but Flatzoid, this is your chance to show the right way to do it.
Okay, based on these guys that actually did the Alberuni method, you agree the Alberuni method is orthographic?
This is not about the Alberuni method of doing anything. I don't know what you're talking about.
It's orthographic representation based on perspective measurements.
Yeah, Flatzoid, you missed the point here. This is your chance to show the right way to do the perspective calculation.
Guys, he's not getting it.
And you have claimed that I did it wrong, and so I'm just asking, show the right way to do it, and then the two of us, what we'll do is we'll compare. We'll see whoever gets closer to the actual real world height for that light will then obviously be the one that has a better grip on how perspective works.
Okay. Again.
So
no.
just show the process.
I'm going to get
I can wait, and I'll help you with the trigonometry if you want. And I know you didn't know about these numbers ahead of time. I had a chance to kind of prepare them, but you go ahead.
Okay, but like I said,
Just show the right process.
I first want to show you
the right way to do perspective.
I first want to show you this. Do you know they did this measurement of the shard and they were very out. They were quite out. They couldn't get the exact.
So somebody else doing a measurement is not.
Listen
I don't
what
care.
I'm saying. They were quite.
I showed you how I did the measurement.
Can you let me talk?
Right? This is right here.
Can you let me talk?
I'm not sharing. So right here, I showed you how I did it. Right here. And so if you think I did it wrong, not somebody else, some other measurement, if you think this is wrong, show where I got it wrong.
Okay,
Go
do
ahead.
those same measurements. Do something.
Where's the error?
Do the same measurements.
Where
Do
is
something 10
the error in
kilometers
this?
away.
Just right here. Show the error.
Do the same thing 10 kilometers away, please. And make sure you take refraction into account. Make sure you take parallax into account. Make sure you take compression into account.
And how do you include parallax in the calculations?
You tell me. You're the one that makes the claim that you can measure something at an actual
You're
height
the one
or
that
a
said
distance.
I have to take. You have to take parallax into. I never made the claim that parallax needs to be included. You made that claim. It's on you
It's part of
to support that claim. Go ahead.
It's part of perspective. That's the whole
But
point.
you show the right way to apply parallax in this type of a situation. Go ahead.
You know what? I'm just gonna go and show everybody what your claim was in that video because you seem to be running away from this MCToon.
Yeah,
I did
the very same thing. I did a perspective
positive claim.
A calculation, right here, and I used the same process right here.
Okay, let's quickly show what claim you made on that video.
So I already went over my claim, and so you're saying I did it wrong, but I'm still waiting for you to show the right way.
Okay, show me where I said you did it wrong. Specifically,
it was in your video, right?
No.
The video that's on screen now. You said I did it wrong right
what
there.
you did wrong
in that
was
video.
you are taking orthographic view as perspective. That's what you did wrong. That's
and so where does it get it wrong?
Orthographic view is not perspective because it doesn't take any variables.
You've made the claim multiple times that orthographic view is not perspective, but you've not yet shown how to apply perspective calculations. I'm just waiting for you to do that.
I don't need to replace your guys. Yeah, it's on screen now. You see this? This is your orthographic on a flying pizza. Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
That's right.
So that's what you're showing. That is your claim. You have a set height based on that set calculation. Where?
Yes, correct.
And this was all based on, you say, a perspective measurement.
Absolutely, yes.
Okay, so how do you know that is literally that height if you didn't take any optical variables into consideration?
Oh, I did, in fact, take optical effects into consideration. I did include the effects of refraction. The problem is that the effects of refraction are minuscule and were significantly underneath the margin of error of my measurement.
Okay, and the rest? Parallax?
You tell me, you say parallax is necessary.
Compression?
I have no idea what
magnification,
parallax does. So you tell me how to include parallax in perspective calculations. Go ahead.
Magnification, focal length, did you take any of that into, did you have actual temperature readings for your refraction?
Oh, Sari, go ahead.
Did you have any temperature readings for your refraction? Did you take
like I said, I didn't include any of those. You show me how it's necessary.
So great. So you just threw away every kind of three-dimensional variable, optical variable, just
all these things. Yeah, all these things that you claim are necessary, but for some reason are refusing to show how to include them in the calculations. So this is your chance, Flatzoid, to show the right way to do the calculations. Go right ahead.
It's not my burden of proof. You are the one having the burden of proof here because you are the one that made this positive claim that it is that height. Did I say it is that height?
And then I showed how to do that in reality in a separate example, so that everybody knows that my calculation method, they can compare my calculation method to reality and see if it works, and it did.
Again.
And so you now you're coming along with your positive claim. You are making the positive claim that I must include parallax, for example, in the calculation. And so now that's your positive claim, Flatzoid. And so I'm waiting for you to show the supporting evidence for that positive claim, and then the correct method to apply parallax in this particular example. So go right ahead.
Again, you made the positive claim that it is a certain height. You ignore
Yes.
all optical phenomena to get that height.
I did not ignore all optical phenomena. I included refraction analysis and determined it was below my margin of error of the measurement.
And this refraction, did you use Snell's law for this refraction?
Yes, I applied Snell's law, yes.
Can you show me how you did that?
I looked it up in a nautical almanac.
So the Nautical Almanac uses Snell's law now. It's not using
Yes, it does.
terrestrial refraction.
It uses Snell's law, yes.
Great. I'm happy because I literally wanted you to say that because it's part of my MCToon challenge, by the way. Because I was scared you're going to say, oh no, I'm using refraction, so therefore globe. So thank you guys just
Okay.
heard it. He does admit it's Snell's law. Okay, so but anyway, back to this. What other optical effects did you take into account?
That was it?
That was it. Okay. So you remember conceding that with distance the accuracy changes. It gets less and less.
No, I did not concede that it changes. I said, and there's no concession. I agree that distance and accuracy have a correlation.
Great. So the distance and accuracy have a correlation. So with distance,
Yes.
accuracy diminishes. Hence why when you use a theodolite, the accuracy limit is only 200 meters. Because after that,
I'm gonna need a citation for that. Go ahead, bring up the citation, please.
I will look for it quickly.
I'm guessing.
But anyway, while I'm doing that, you can start looking how you can rectify not actually showing any perspective in your orthographic.
That's your claim. It's not on me to support that. It's on you to support that, because I claim that orthographic view is applying perspective, and I tested that in the real world and showed that I got the correct answer with that trailer, and we will find out whether or not I got the correct answer in the hallway example. But as soon as you show the right way to do it.
Again, I don't need to show any right way to do it because you're not showing.
Of course you do.
You're not showing
claimed I
perspective.
did it wrong. Therefore,
you're not showing
need to show the
perspective.
right way to do it.
You're not showing perspective.
So you say, without any evidence. You've just made the assertion multiple times and not once actually showed the right way to do it. So just go ahead. It's on you to support your positive claim.
Just quickly looking for that citation. Anyway, I don't really have time to search for it now. I did have it on my phone before I had my computer.
I will wait for you to support your claim about theodolites.
Okay, I'm searching for it. But anyway, while
And
I'm
if you
doing
can't
that,
support your claim, then you could just say, I'm sorry, I retract that claim.
well, I can't
I'd be
support it if I
happy
can
to do
find the bloody thing. But anyway, like I said,
And tell you what, I will mute myself to you, and you find the supporting evidence for that, and I'll talk with my audience a little bit here while you do that. Is that a good idea? So I don't want
5
to
minutes.
interrupt you and interrupt your train of thought while you find that citation. Maybe the people in your chat could help.
Okay, so we take 5 minutes
Right,
and
so-
then we get back to each other in 5 minutes again.
Yeah, that works. All right.
Okay, perfect. Okay, guys, this is sad. This guy actually thinks he's got something. Remember, I said something in this box. I predicted something in this box about MCToon. We're gonna get there at the end of the day. I got him to concede that with distance, the accuracy diminishes. Therefore, it takes his claim of this, showing it to be bunk, because he's still keeping it at that elevation. At 4,723 miles distance, do you think he would know the actual height of the luminary? First of all, he didn't take any optical effects into account except for refraction, and he used Snell's law. So I'm so happy he said Snell's law, because I wanted him to say that. Because like I was saying, I am working on the thing for his what's the name? You see, there it is. I'm not gonna really show it quickly, but there we go. It's got to do with Snell's law of refraction. It's got to do for his MCToon challenge. Okay, let's see the number of investigators reported, distance measured using optical and digital levels. Abstract, this is research levels, optical and The distance measurement accuracy test. A baseline of length 100 meters was first established, divided into 10 equal parts in geodetic means. This remeasured with each 3 test levels. You mean the distance measured each level compared to geodetic established lengths. The values for each distance measured, okay. But this is not the one I had though. I'm looking for the actual one I had. This is just to try and get it as accurate as possible. Anyway, I'm still looking for it, but do you guys understand what I'm trying to get him to concede? He already conceded. He's saying, orthographic view is perspective. He's saying that with distance, the accuracy is totally... I think I might know what a maximum... what is the accuracy of a layer? The actual amount of... Good to see you guys. Everybody that has come in, you guys haven't sent super chats though. I'm not sure because I haven't seen any. Just again, thank you for everybody that's come. He's really shown that he does not understand what perspective is, because at the beginning I told him perspective is 3-dimensional and orthographic is 2-dimensional. 2 dimensions do not take any perspective into account, and he knows this. This is why he's running away. Yeah, the triple prism thermite is 1.6 kilometers. I actually think I misspoke about the Theodolite. I think I was talking about the auto level. So I will concede with him there. I think it was the auto level, guys. With a range of 330 feet of accuracy. Yeah. But where is the... I'm looking for the physical specifications I had with the 200 meters. But it doesn't matter. You see, now he's taking me on a tangent for this, so I'll just tell him we'll do this another time with that. But anyway, what am I showing here? Oh yeah, I think I do have something based on this. Hi Rachie, good to see you. Thank you for coming. PJ, yeah. Who is the break? Keeps fighting. Yeah, Michael, thank you for coming. Ukambaris, Fetish First, everybody, you guys are all awesome. Thank you for being here. 67 people watching. Awesome, guys. 68. Really do appreciate you guys being here. MCToon is showing that he does not understand. The earth is flat. Second best, Bob. Thank you very much for your super chat. I agreed, it definitely is flat. And just for you guys' information, this is the box with the prediction I made about what MCToon will do. Will it come to fruition? We will see at the end of the so-called debate. Actually, it's more like a chat, because he's not really debating, because he's just trying to get me to replace his, I don't know, misunderstanding that orthographic is 2-dimensional and not 3-dimensional. Exactly, Iron Horse. Orthographic is 2-dimensional, representation of a 3D view, so it must necessarily appear incorrect to be correct. Yeah, but the problem with orthographic, it doesn't take the optical effects. It's simply only angle based, and that's why it is not sufficient to what he's trying to show. I'm trying to see. I actually have some calculations done where I did a presentation. You might be able to see some stuff like this, but second best, Bob. That's not what you said. Let's see. No, I'm saying the earth is flat. Just because you're saying the earth's not flat doesn't mean it's not flat. That's how I'm reading it, as it's flat, Bob. Thank you. But yeah, thank you for your super chat. He said the earth isn't flat, by the way, guys. Sorry, it's one of my old videos, so I really have to look for this presentation. let's see. Where are you? Are you guys enjoying this so far? I see the poll is saying, does MCToon understand perspective? Yes, 68%, and no, 32%. It's definitely be a no because he does not know. It's definitely not a yes, because if you say orthographic view is perspective, it's definitely that you do not understand what perspective is. I'm trying to follow. Where is my... Just got to find which one it is. I even have the Rayleigh Criterion where I explained. I wonder if it was this video. I'm not sure if I explained it in this video, guys. Fedor, are you going to show us the correct method? What method? I don't have to show any method because I'm not the one who made a claim on its actual height in the distance. Do you guys get that? He made the claim of the actual height, not me. It's only optical. That means you cannot get an actual height because you do not take any optical, any optical variables into account. And because you don't take it into account, how do you have the actual height? Okay, this is still, I think this is just the Rayleigh Criterion where I explain it in quite detail for you guys. So it's not with what I was looking for. But please do watch the video if you want to. I wonder if I showed it here. No, it's not this one. Flatzoid's perspective. MCToon ain't debating, he's sulking. Yeah, he's doing what Cats did last night. At least he's a bit more constrained. Cats literally just got triggered from the get-go because he had no argument and he was trying his best. And by the way, guys, I'm so happy that...
All right.
Yeah.
Flatzoid, let me know when you're ready, when you have the Theodolite
okay,
citation.
It wasn't the Theodolite, it was actually the auto level. But I still can't find it, so I'll just concede for the debates construction, but I'll find it. Right. I'll find it and give you the right one, send it to you sometime. How's that sound?
I would love that. For your reference, it was a trick question. I already have the user manuals for several Theodolites.
Yeah,
on my website at mctoon.net/theo. There is no distance limitation for any Theodolite measuring angles. None at all.
There's one that's 1.3 kilometers, there's one at 1.6 kilometers. Yes, the accuracy.
But you said auto level. Yeah, auto level.
No, Theodolite.
Not Theodolite.
Theodolite.
Yeah.
Theodolite.
Yeah, Theodolite is There is no distance limitation for theodolites.
The limit of a triple prism theodolite is 1.6 kilometers. Thank you, Professor Fulbell.
Auto level.
Theodolite. A prism theodolite.
Where's the citation for that?
The limit of a triple prism theodolite is 1.6 kilometers.
And your citation for that?
There we go. I'll get it to you now.
Where's?
Okay, let's just quickly share my screen. If I can get the screen to share. Zoom, where are you? Okay. Maybe I'll have to send you the link then. I can't get Zoom to... Oh, there we go. I have to first... Okay. Can you see this?
Yes. And what's it say there? I can't read it.
Can you read it now?
Oh yeah, there you go.
That's producing.
The short-range electro-optical distance meter has the ability to conveniently snap onto the telescope of a Kern theodolite, so the distance meter can be added to a theodolite.
Yeah.
Such as the Kern K1SE scale reading theodolite, as shown in the above images. This produces a complete all-in-one theodolite and distance measuring instrument. The distance meter slots into the holes. The EDM consists of two telescopes. All right, so where does it talk about the distance of the theodolite instead of the distance measuring?
The maximum range of the distance measurement for the instrument is approximately 1 kilometer using a single prism, and 1.6 kilometer using a triple measuring device.
Prism. That's not the theodolite.
Where's the
theodolite limitation?
It's optical. It's always got limitations.
Well, so you say, but you made the claim that the theodolite's only good for a certain distance. I'm waiting for the theodolite distance limitation.
Okay, but like I said,
theodolite says, you showed me the distance limitation of the add-on
measurement.
I love this. The add-on distance measuring thing, not the theodolite, the additional thing that you stick on the side of the theodolite to measure distances.
Yeah.
That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about the theodolite. So where's the theodolite citation? There is none. Like I said, I've already done my research on this. MCToon.net/Theo has the user's manuals for several different theodolites. They specifically talk about they also include distance measuring things which have limitations, but the theodolite does not. It's just the ability to see it and to turn an angle to it. They're different things, Flatzoid. Pay attention to those kinds of things. Do your own research. All right? So, now, you were about to show us the correct way to apply all these things that you say are necessary. So, go right ahead.
Again, perspective is 3-dimensional. Orthographic is 2-dimensional. You made the claim that orthographic is showing the perspective.
Yes, and I'm happy to show that it is accurate. So, where is your demonstration of the more correct way to do it, doing however you think is the correct way to do it? Go ahead. Just present the right way to do it. Go ahead.
I don't need to present anything because you just made my point. Orthographic is not perspective.
No, you made a positive claim that it must be done a different way.
Remember what was
said. And so go right ahead and show the proper way to do it as you have claimed. Go ahead.
Remember what was said. The claim was orthographic is perspective. That's what you just said.
Yes, absolutely. And I'm glad to show that I am correct in doing it.
Great. So show where all perspective is taken in account with your orthographic.
I did right here, and so I got a height of 4.89 feet, and so as soon as you show the proper way to do it with your method, then we can compare our two methods to see which one is accurate.
So at that distance, what optical effects would you expect to see?
At this distance here,
yeah,
they would be minuscule. I would expect, yeah, very small.
So you're making my point then. You don't need to take it at such short distance. Now what happens when you go to further distances?
Wait, I don't know. You present what it does. Go ahead. It's on you.
Again, I don't need to present anything because I'm not the one that's
certainly do. You are making a claim that
you
there must
made
be
the
a
positive
different
claim.
process. Show that different process, Flat. So it's on you. Go ahead. I'll make you full screen when you run the process through so that everybody at home watching along can see the right way to do it according to you. Go ahead.
The positive claim.
I'll prepare to make you full screen so you can run through the process, and then we can see. Then we'll compare whether yours is more correct than mine.
Okay, I want to show you a video, and then I want to see if you can tell me if you can measure.
Is this video going to show the correct way to apply perspective according to you?
Okay, guys, let's see if
because that's your claim.
Let's see if
you've made a lot of claims about how to do perspective.
Let's see
and
if
I'm
this
just waiting
guy's
for you to show the right way to do it.
Can you see my screen?
Just go right ahead.
Can you see my screen?
Just a second here. Just a second. It's not yet. Hold on.
And then I want to see if you can click what
there
your
you go.
issue
All right.
is. Okay.
Go right ahead.
I'm going to press play.
So you're showing the right way to calculate perspective.
I'm going to show you. Okay, going on. Just want to get... Where is it? Okay, tell me, based on this, how are you going to get the height of that card?
This is for you to show the right way to do it.
Draw an orthographic presentation quickly based on that. Let's just say, let's say you can do an angular measurement to this. Can you do an angular measurement to this? Where's the bottom of this card?
This is not what I was
sorry, this is perspective view.
My measurement.
This is perspective.
How does it apply here? I don't know. And it has no application to the observation I made.
It's optical.
Because I wasn't making an observation immediately over the surface of something that I don't know what that is there. That's completely not applicable to my situation. So
when
I'm
you-
just waiting for you to show the right way to include perspective.
So when you
in
calculated-
your, in what you think is the right way to do it. So
when
go
you
right ahead.
calculated the shadows, remember you measured the shadow on the ground, then you calculated its height. You didn't use
No. In this here,
No, we're going to your original.
I measured.
I have
measured
no
the
problem with
angle
that.
to the light with the Theodolite in my phone.
And I said
That's
there's
what I
no
did
issue at that, but look at this. If you have this over a longer distance, how would you take this into account with orthographic view?
It doesn't apply here because this is not
Yes, that's a
applicable
short distance.
or analogous at all to what I was doing.
It is, because this is what you see in reality, perspective. All this
Yeah.
is part
So
of
how do you
perspective.
calculate that? Just show me the right way to calculate that.
You are the one that you're the one making claims you can calculate. No one's claiming this. Do you understand? You cannot
Oh,
calculate.
you claim that you cannot calculate the height of anything? I agree.
No, you cannot calculate.
I agree. You're not capable of that. I do not disagree with you at all. I
Dude,
think
don't
you're completely
misrepresent
correct
me
that you
because-
do not have the capability of calculating any of these
Don't
things.
misrepresent me because you can't understand basic 3 dimensions and 2-dimensional differences.
Well, I'm just waiting for you to show how it's done then. Go right
I
ahead.
don't need to because you made the claim you can measure the
No,
physical
you've made
height.
the claim that it needs to be done a different way.
Okay.
Go ahead
This
and show
car.
it.
This
Go
car. Let's say this car.
Show the right way to do it. That's
Okay.
it. Just show that. Just
No.
present for everybody the right way to do it. Bring forth your evidence.
Okay, let's put it this way. This car, let's say, is 3 centimeters high when it's right in front of us. Okay? Based on that distance now, we're going to say it is 20 meters away or 10 meters. Let's say 10 meters. Please get the height of that car and the height and measure that car, how far it is from you, please. Using your perspective orthographic.
This is not analogous to what I was doing,
It is
so I don't
perfectly
know how this
analogous.
applies.
Because
There's
this is what
nothing
you
in
see
this
over long
particular
distances.
observation that is anywhere related to what I was doing. But again, this is your chance, and I don't want to interrupt you. I don't want to be the one that stops you from presenting your method for calculating perspective.
Again,
So go right ahead and show the process
I got an idea.
to include parallax in,
I got
as
an
you said,
idea.
must be done in calculating perspective. So go right ahead.
I got an idea, MCToon. Since you're making this bold claim on my behalf, show me where I said I can calculate this. Or anyone, for that matter.
Well, if you said I did it wrong, then you must know the right way. So go right ahead.
Hello? I'm telling you, back up your claim. You insinuated I said that. Show me where I said that, please. Or are you lying? Will you
Where you
concede
said
you're
I did
lying?
it wrong, you said I did it wrong in the video on your channel.
Should we go to the comments so that everybody can see what I actually said? I think that's a good idea. Let's go to the actual video.
Did you not claim that I did it wrong? I mean, you've claimed that I did it wrong. in
Guys,
this
let's look
very
at the
video.
actual comment from this guy.
So we don't even really need to go to the other video.
Oh, yes,
because
we
you've
do.
already said I did
We
it
do,
wrong.
because
and I
I'm
did not
tired of you
include
guys
some things that I
misrepresenting.
must include. You said your positive claim that they must be included. So
Where is that video?
normally somebody who's making a positive claim would start with, here is the reason why it must be included, and then secondly, here is the right way to include it. So go right ahead, it's on you.
Where's that video again? Which channel did you put it on again? MCToon Live on
That would be on Conspiracy Tunes channel.
Conspiracy Tunes. Yeah, you guys have so much channels these days, we don't know what's what.
I just have 2. I mean, I got like the
Yeah, but even-
MCToon where I put some
Yeah, but it's kind of
some
confusing.
live
Even
streams on there.
Baldy Cats, Mr. Sensible, he's also got more than one, so it gets kind of confusing. What
Yeah,
channel you
he's
put
got 2 as well.
on.
Isn't that awesome?
Yeah, but it gets confusing to know which one
Conspiracy
to put
Cats
on.
was so nice when he gave those channels to us. What a nice guy.
Was nice of him. Okay, skip ad. Was it this one? I think no. I don't think it was this video. Can you guys see my screen?
You're not, in case you're not sharing it.
Yeah, I'm not sharing it with you though. I'm quickly sharing it with my audience. I will, as soon as I get the comment, I'll show you. I'm just trying to look for the right video.
Okay.
Okay, wrong video. Sorry, guys. It was one after that. Then Flat Earther goes postal. No, definitely not that. is it the sun could never set on a flat Earth? It has to be that one.
Yeah, the sun could never set on the flat Earth. That's correct.
Why is my comment not showing? Would you know why my comment's not showing anymore?
I have no idea.
Or would it just move it down somewhere? Because usually it puts the person's comment at the top.
I have no idea.
But anyway, would you be able to show where I said...
I do not block comments in general, but
I know,
some of them are a little
Yeah. Look, I have the same issue.
dangerous for YouTube, so I tend to not approve those.
I have the same issue on my channel.
None of
A lot of
yours-
the
none of
times
yours
it
are
just
a
doesn't
problem.
show up because I'd rather have the filter on than have someone just spew total disgusting stuff. I mean, I think you get the same problems with these people putting sex links and rubbish on here the whole time.
Yeah, in the live stream we get people advertising and spamming stuff every time.
Yeah,
so.
okay, I can't seem to find my WhatsApp. But anyway, like I was saying, you made a claim that I
you
said
could just
you did it-
restate your claim right now, and I'll trust that it's the same claim.
Okay. What I said was the whole time, as I'm saying now, MCToon, you did perspective wrong. Orthographic view is not
Excellent.
perspective. I did not say anything about your measurements being wrong.
A positive claim you've made there. Yep.
Yeah, orthographic view is not perspective.
Yeah. So show then the correct way to do it. Since you've made that positive claim, it's on you to support your claim with evidence. Right?
Okay. My positive claim is perspective is not orthographic view. Orthographic
Yes.
view
All
is
right. Well,
two
go ahead then and
dimensions.
support that claim.
Yeah, orthographic view is 2 dimensions. Perspective is 3-dimensional. Perspective has a lot of
Alright.
variables, optical, to take into account. Orthographic view does not. It only takes in angular
yeah.
relationships.
And
I
if
just
you
backed it
show
up.
me the process to do that, I will be sure to include that in all my future calculations.
Again, I didn't make a claim that you can even do the measurements for that.
Oh, so all right. So you're just claiming that it's wrong, and it doesn't work. So can you give a
No.
real world example where it's wrong then?
Okay, I can give a real world example, just like I just showed you on screen with the car and the card. Because in reality,
Okay.
when we look at long distances, you have a lot of optical variables to contend with.
Sure, yeah.
So tell me again, how did you get that actual measurement or
I
calculation?
measured the angle, the one when I did
The shadow.
solstice. I measured the angle to the sun, which you could do in any number of ways, but I happened to use the
shadow,
length
yeah.
of a shadow and the height of a stick. But I could have done it with a Theodolite on my phone. It would have worked just fine.
Okay. And what optical...
And give the same number, by the way. So-
Okay. Okay, so was that a 3-dimensional measurement or a 2-dimensional measurement?
An angle measurement is every angle measurement is a 2-dimensional measurement. Every single angle measurement.
Great. And when we look out to the sun, do we see in 3 dimensions or 2 dimensions?
No, we see in 2 dimensions. Actually, we have a projected image of what we see.
It projects it in 2
two-dimensional
dimensionals,
retina.
but we see in 3 dimensions actually. It just projects it in 2 dimensions. You might want to know that.
Yeah. So, but now,
have depth.
The length of the shadow wasn't my eyes, right? So it's just the length, the size of the shadow. So it doesn't actually have anything to do with the eyes. It's strictly just the angle to the sun.
Great. So you made the positive...
Angular elevation of the sun has nothing to do with how my
So
eyes
you
function.
measured it at
Or how a
almost
camera
5,000.
functions.
So you measured it at almost 5,000 miles up, you said, the sun.
On the December solstice, the calculations said that for a flat Earth, the elevation of the sun is just under 2,000 miles. From Minneapolis. From Perth, it's 4,000 miles. A little bit of a challenge there, but that's beside the point.
Okay, what happens if you went at a different latitude and did the same measurement? You get the same height.
No, you get a different height. That's a big problem for flat Earth.
Thank
isn't it?
you. So optical. So tell me again how you get your straw man argument of it being at 10 degrees at that same height, much further away at the same time.
Yeah, because I did the actual calculations and applied perspective. At least the
you
way that
applied
I know how to
perspective.
apply perspective,
Show us where you
which
applied-
works in reality. Every time it's tested, it always works, and you've never once yet shown how it doesn't work and then how to do it correctly.
Again, you just made that claim again, you applied perspective. So show me where you applied
Yes.
perspective, please.
Right here, right? This is in the orthographic view. I applied perspective, and I know that it works because I can use this same method to apply perspective to things in reality and get the correct answer to things in reality.
Show me where the
for
convergence
example,
zone is there,
this
please.
right here. So as soon as you show the right way to do it, then I'll tell you how close I am and how close you are then to the correct height.
Okay, please show me where the convergence zone is in that triangle.
There's I don't know. It's on you to support any
Show
claims
me the
about convergence
convergence
zones
zone.
that
You just
might have,
claimed
not me.
orthographic view is perspective, so show me the convergence zone, please.
There is none.
There is
How
none,
about
so it's
that?
not taking perspective into account.
Yeah.
Wow.
So well, how do
you
you
just
how do I show?
conceded
So
that.
then tell me, what's the method I use to take convergence zone into account in this? How do I do that?
You can't,
What's the
because
right way?
it's two-dimensional. That's
Just
the issue.
tell me the right way. Just tell me the right way, and I'll be sure to include it in all future calculations.
I don't need to because
You claim to know perspective better than I do. Certainly, you're the very, very expert in that topic.
Yes.
So why don't you show the right way to do it? Go ahead.
Again.
It's on you. Your claim.
You can't even get past knowing that orthographic view is not perspective-based.
Well, you've
How
not yet
can we move on?
supported your claim. I can show that this is correct in reality. And if it's wrong, then you're going to need to show where it's wrong.
Okay, you
in
want to do a
reality.
challenge?
Right here. It's right. When every time that
just-
this is done, it gets the right answer in reality.
I just have
and
to-
you're saying it's wrong, but you have not yet shown where it's wrong. So your positive claim that it's wrong, but you haven't yet shown how it's wrong. So just go ahead, on you, show where it's wrong.
Okay, I just have to share a super chat for you, MCToon. Have to lie to Fluff says, oh my god, stop dodging and show MCToon the correct way. Again, I don't need to show him the
There
correct
you
way.
go.
because
Show me the right way.
he made-
I want to know how to do it so I can always be sure in the future to include your very, very expert methods for how to apply perspective and calculate it in however you think it's done. So how do I include convergence zone in this? And so I mean,
I
maybe,
don't know,
maybe
you
there's
tell
no
me.
drawing.
You're saying that's
but
perspective.
certainly convergence zone, you must think makes the height different. So how does convergence zone change the apparent height of
Your height of eye.
of the light in the hallway?
Did you
How does that
take
make it
the height of eye into consideration there?
the what?
The height of eye, did you take into consideration there?
Did I take the height of the eye into consideration?
Yeah. When you did that.
In this?
Yeah.
I did. In fact, I did not. Yeah.
Oh,
it was
so-
1/4 inch off the floor. How will I do that? Go ahead. I'll be sure to. Here, I'm ready. I got my marker ready. You tell me how to include that.
Okay, in feet, it's 1.22 times the observer's height. I have it, yeah.
We're talking about flat Earth.
Right. Oh,
we're not
yes,
talking about
yes, flat Earth.
the globe here.
Yes, flat Earth.
What's that?
I just want to quickly get something here. Okay. For meters, you would do 1.76 times the square root of the observer's height in feet, and for feet, you would do 1.76 in
So I what do I do with that? I take that number.
1.
And do what with it?
1.22 because you did in feet. 1.22 times your observer's height.
One and
Square root.
So I
the
take
square
the,
root times the square
I
root
take
of
the
the observer's
height. All right. Well, let me try. I want to make sure I get this right here. So I've got a new piece of paper here. All right. So I take 1.225. Right. And then what do I do with
1.22.
it?
Yeah, 1.22 times the square root of the height gets your
Okay.
dip. Gives you your height. That brings you down
All right.
to
And what does that give me?
again, you do the calculation.
No, but what am I doing? I don't know what this is for. You're just giving me this numbers. This equals something, or do I include this in a formula somewhere?
Yeah, it's called a formula. You're the one that loves to do the equations, don't you?
Yes, and I don't know, but this is your equation, not mine.
I'm trying to find.
So I don't know what you're trying to have me do here, but anyway. So what do I do now that I've done 1.225 times the square root of the height? Now what?
1.22 times the
What do I do with
square
this?
root. What is your height? Maybe I can do it for you because it doesn't seem like you want to even try.
One quarter of an inch.
I can't get my scientific calculator to do the right.
Did you fall?
No, I didn't fall.
Okay, so But,
2 times.
no, I don't know what you're doing. Just tell me. You said that I need to
I
use that
usually do it.
formula for
I usually
something.
do it in meters.
So what do I
That's
do?
my problem. I usually do it in meters. That is the issue. But yeah, it's a bit difficult to do that in meters because you're so close to the ground. But like I'm saying,
Yep.
what happens when you do the actual measurement at long distances? Let's say you take your
No,
Theodolite.
wait,
Whatever.
don't leave me hanging. I'm wondering.
That's the
what do I do
equation.
with this? You're teasing me.
Just to bring you down.
You're such a tease, Flatzoid.
I'm sure-
What do I do with this now?
What do you do with it? You measure it. You times it. So you're taking that 1.22 times the square root.
1.225.
No,
times the square root.
1.22.
And then what does that give me?
One
How do I
point-
apply that to this? Where does that go? I take this,
1.22.
which I'll get a number from this, and then what?
1.22 times the square root of the height gives you your height of eye correction.
Oh, okay. Height of eye correction. So we'll call it H of C. Now, can you give me the derivation of this particular number here? Because is it a constant or did it come from somewhere?
The Rayleigh Criterion.
This is the Rayleigh Criterion. All right, hold on. All right. Well, all right. So let's get the derivation of this right here. So what is the Rayleigh Criterion? What's the formula for it?
You just have it in your hand now. I just gave it to you.
No, that's not the formula for the Rayleigh Criterion. You didn't. No, I'll pull it up on hyperphysics so that we're I'm sure to get it correct because I don't have the formula memorized, but I know that
actually have
that's
a
not the
video.
Rayleigh Criterion right there. So all right, I'm getting it. It's coming up. Come on, hyperphysics. All right, so here is the formula. We got sine of theta of r equals lambda over d.
Of a distance.
All right, so this is the Rayleigh Criterion right here,
Yeah.
right?
What is that sign?
This does not look like the Rayleigh Criterion yet because we've got theta. There's no theta here, and we've got
What is-
lambda.
what
and
is
there's
theta?
no
Is it-
lambda here,
is
and
theta an
I don't
angle?
know. Is D is that the height
Is theta an angle?
or
Distance.
what's
is,
that?
Is theta an angle?
Yeah. But how does this relate to the Rayleigh Criterion, which is this? I'm a little confused. How do they relate?
Because with height, you push out the angle further, and therefore you can see more.
Okay, but what do I do with this? Right, you said that I need in
looking
order
for
to take
something.
what's compression zone, right? So this is I'm gonna label this compression zone.
There we go.
This is good. This is good stuff, man. Do you like to now when I draw my Z's, I like to cross my Z's. Who in the chat? Give me a 1 if you cross your capital Z's, people. All right. So all right. So this is what you call is the application of compression zone, and that so you modify the height of the observer with this. So now I can do that because I know the height of the observer is 1/4 of an inch, which is 0.02 feet, right? So I can take the square root of that, right? Which is 0.144, and then I can multiply that by 1.225, which we still need to get the derivation.
1.22, not 1.225.
So then that gives me, for this particular observation, that gives me 0.1768. Now, to do the dimensional analysis of this, we've got, I don't know what are the dimensions of this number here, this 1.225?
Just 1.22.
What are the units?
Just 1.22.
Is it a constant with no dimensions?
It's got to do with your limitations of your eyes.
No, I'm just asking what's the dimensions on this particular number? I'm doing the dimensional analysis so that I know what units to put for this, right? So we've got the height,
That's
which is
feet.
a length,
Yeah.
right? So it's feet. So we're coming out here with, so far the only unit I have is a feet to the power of 1/2 is the units, right? You see that there? That's the feet to the power of a half. That's the units of this particular number here. But I don't know how to apply that yet. So now what do I do now that I've got the compression zone formula? Where do I put this number? This 1.768.
This was just so you can work out that you are putting your eyes to the ground. That's all. Remember, you said that orthographic view is perspective based. So you are taking another dimension, and you cannot apply it to your two-dimensional orthographic view, which you just debunked yourself because it's not perspective based. Thank you very much for taking my argument and validating it.
Let me get this straight here. So if I'm doing this, and if the observer height is not 0, which it wasn't, then what that's going to do is that's going to change this triangle to not be a right triangle, but instead to be a nearly right triangle. And so to calculate it correctly, and it's a good point, I'm sure this is what you're getting at, and I'm going to greatly exaggerate the magnitude of this this triangle here, right? You see this smaller triangle that happens underneath here? So that is what you've done when we have the observer height isn't at the exact same as the base of the triangle. And so we can still solve this triangle. It's an additional step to solve the triangle. But for very small angles here, our approximation, our first order approximation, is going to be very close still. So it depends on the number of significant figures you need in your output. Right, but I'm glad. Thank you for providing that. But I still don't know. I don't know how, because I can do the trick for that. I don't know how this applies. The compression zone, as you call it, and you said it was the Rayleigh Criterion, but this is the Rayleigh Criterion. So what? I don't know what to do with this now.
It's the point where the angles meet, and you can no longer distinguish the two apart. It's as simple as that.
Yeah, and so how do I include that in the calculations that I've
I don't know, because you said it's perspective based, so you have to have this in your orthographic.
I didn't say this was necessary in mine. You said it was.
It's because it's part of perspective, so you need it. So how are you going to put this in your orthographic? So you just debunked an argument.
Now in the Rayleigh Criterion, Rayleigh Criterion doesn't actually do anything with perspective. Rayleigh Criterion is about resolving detail.
Has it got nothing to do with perspective? You sure about that?
Yes, absolutely. And I'm happy to read from hyperphysics.
What's a convergence?
Rayleigh Criterion is a generally accepted criterion for the minimum resolvable detail. The imaging process is said to be the diffraction limited when the first diffraction minimum of the image of one source point coincides with the maximum of another. Now that didn't. There's no perspective in there at all. And I'm going to tell you, Flatzoid. You're going to have to find a citation that says somehow that the Rayleigh Criterion is included in perspective because it's not on hyperphysics.
Okay, what's a perspective? What is convergence in perspective?
What is convergence?
In perspective, yeah.
What is convergence? That's where things get close together.
Okay, so a diffraction limit. Would that be the point where usually you see something go over the so-called horizon?
No, not at all. But it doesn't matter in this particular example because the sun was significantly high in the sky when the light that I'm in the hallway was significantly high, nowhere near to the ground, so it wasn't in any way relative to the Rayleigh Criterion. But so I just want to know then. So you're saying that I need to apply this formula, which seems strangely familiar to me, but I've never heard it called compression zone before. But anyway, and I'm still waiting. Where's the derivation of this 1.225? Let's focus on that. What is the 1.225? Where did that come from?
Why are you putting 5 there the whole time? It's 1.22.
What's that?
1.22. I never said 5.
Oh, you didn't say 5. Okay.
And then, like I said, it's the limit of your eyes.
It's the what?
The limit of your eyes, based on the Rayleigh Criterion. That's what the 1.22 is. That sign.
So you're saying that
derivative
will output
creates
1.22?
the 1.22. That creates the 1.22 to give you the calculation needed.
Oh, well, how do I do that? Show me the process.
Why?
What's your claim?
I don't need to.
Not mine.
Your claim is you can add this to an orthographic view because you're claiming orthographic is perspective based.
Yeah, and so I'm just asking, how did you derive this number? and then how do we apply it? Because I got this number here. I applied it, and I got this number here, but I don't know where to put it in the calculations for perspective, as you say, must be done. I just don't know what to do. I mean, you've said I need to do this, but didn't show where I needed to put it or how to use it.
Can I, you know what, I'm going to send you a link. I actually did a whole presentation on this. Then you can actually watch it for yourself and learn off, because this is going off the topic though. I'm going to send it to you.
No, this is exact. I mean, maybe it is. I'll be glad to look at yourself. But the topic is
there we go.
Analyzing perspective. But all right, here's the deal. We're at 4:30 now for my time. We have half an hour left. I have half an hour left. So let me. It's obvious that you're not capable of actually applying this. So I'll tell you now, Flatzoid, that you probably figured it out. It was at 5 feet high. The light was 5 feet high.
Yes,
so I'm
easy.
at 4.9. I'm 1/10 of a foot off. Very good margin of error.
Again, okay, so we can agree. Orthographic.
But you have no way to do it. Now the second part, which we have yet to get to, but I'm going to show you this. Okay, I want you to see this. And this is the real good stuff.
So I just before we get to that,
Go ahead.
Can I just ask you a question? Remember, based on your video, you said the sun will never set because it stays at 10
it never
degrees.
could set. It's impossible for the sun to set on flat Earth.
Remember, I showed you the
correct.
video with the mountains that were so close to me, and they were about 10 degrees closer to me. Would the sun be behind them based on angle?
They would, but the sun still sets on the ocean and when you're on the top of those mountains.
Okay.
So that doesn't really help you there. There's not really mountains in the ocean.
Oh, really? So there's not sea bulges and waves that have larger angular sizes?
Yeah, I said there's not mountains. So if you're standing at the top of a mountain, or say you're at the ocean and you're standing on the embankment, you're 100 feet up. There's no waves that are 100 feet tall, so you're not going to be seeing.
You don't need 100 feet tall. Let's put it this way. I wonder if I still got that video. I'm going to actually look for a video quickly where I was at. I could see Robben Island 11 k's away when I was lying on the belly with my cell phone.
Okay, but how does that tell us if the sun is 10 degrees above the horizon, and way more than any wave when you're 20 feet tall or 100 feet tall up on a thing or on the top of a mountain? Significant, nothing is in the way.
Very simple
if
stuff.
the sun is at 10 degrees angular elevation, none of those things could possibly ever cause a blockage.
Is that so? Are you really sure about that?
Yes, I'm absolutely 100% positive that if you're at the top of something that's really high, no wave could ever be high enough to block your view of something that's 10 degrees angular elevation.
Let's say you are on a boat, which is usually about 2 meters high.
100% positive that if you're 100, let's say you're 100 feet high, that no wave could block anything that is 10 degrees above the angular elevation.
No matter the distance.
No matter the distance, because the angular elevation is independent of distance. Did you not know that? Weird.
Great. So, show me where you stand at 100 meters high when you're actually doing an angular measurement using a sextant.
It has nothing to do with your ability to see the sun.
What was your elevation again when you did that calculation for your argument with the moon not setting 10 degrees? What was the elevation you had?
The moon not setting 10 degrees?
No, the sun at 10 degrees?
Yes.
What is your elevation?
Well, I'm in Minnesota, so about 1,000 feet above sea level in Minnesota. Yeah, and there's no mountains in Minnesota.
And the sun sets.
It's amazing when I travel like to California and I see mountains off in the distance. It's very novel because here, if you're if you're 3 stories up, nothing's in the way, nothing, because there's trees aren't 3 stories tall generally, so you've got nothing.
Okay.
So you can see, and so anything that's more than 1 degree angular elevation is completely not going to be blocked by any local structure.
So you agree when you do change elevation, you do push out your angle further? You raise it.
You push out your angle further. I don't know what you mean by
so
that.
let's say you're on the ground.
Can you quantify that, please?
Okay,
Give me
let's
the
say you're
formula
on the
for
ground
that.
and you have, let's say you're on the ground and you have an angle to something. Let's say that angle is 5 degrees. Now, and it's at a certain distance. Let's say that 5 degrees is a kilometer away. Now you raise in altitude, you can see that same object, which is still 5 kilometers away, but you can see further past that object. Would the angle now be, let's say, 8
All right,
degrees?
I don't see how that has anything to do with the elevation of the sun. Can you get back around to the point? 'Cause we do
Very
need
simple.
to move
I'm
on
trying to
here.
get there. Very simple.
I have my answer sheet right here.
When
I'm
you
ready to
change-
show you the calculation.
Again, when you change your elevation,
different
so
thing.
you have to concede. When you change elevation, you create larger angles. Angles become larger.
Concede. I'm not gonna concede anything, Flatzoid.
You conceded
I'm
a
not gonna
few things this
concede.
whole stream. You conceded a few things this whole
Alright.
stream if you haven't realized that.
All right. So go ahead. Make your point here.
Okay, so when you change elevation, the angle gets larger, correct? So you push out your field of view. This is basic
When you
perspective.
change your elevation, the angle to something does not change. It's the distance that makes the angle to something change.
So the angle does not change. The distance to something. So you push out your field of view further.
So if you keep your distance the same, the angular size of a distant object will remain the same.
Is your distance the
The
same?
angular size of a distant object does not change based on your elevation. It changes based on your distance to the object.
Okay, great. So when you're on the ground, your distance from your position to that bottom of that object, would it change when you change elevation? Because then the distance would change.
Yeah, it would. Yeah.
So would you concede you were just wrong?
Would I what?
Would you now concede that you were wrong?
No, not at all. No, I think that maybe you don't quite understand. But I'll draw
No,
something
you just said
for
it
you.
changes the distance.
Here,
So it created a larger
all right.
angle.
So let's do this. Where's my straight edge? Here it is. Okay.
Exactly, Rachie. The angle does change with elevation.
So, all right, here we go. There's flat Earth, right? So here you are. Your eye is right here, right? It's right, and here's an object right here, a building of some sort, right? So when you're viewing that at some distance, so we can draw these angles here, and we can get the distances of these things here, right? So this distance here is a little bit more than this distance here.
Yeah.
Right? The bottom distance is a little more than the top distance. But we can also do the same thing here, and we can say, well, this top distance is the same as this bottom distance, right? You see how these are equivalent distances, right? And then here's what's right. This distance here is even more than this distance on the bottom. See that? So now, if you're saying that raising elevation will make a difference, well, let's test that out, right? So let's put the eye right here, right? I'm not very good at drawing eyelashes, but this particular right here, we've got this distance here, we've got straight on, and we've got this distance to the top here. Now, the problem that you're going to have here, Flatzoid, is that this angle here and this angle here
Is much larger
well,
than the bottom one.
if you-
Thank you for making my point. Measure those angles quickly for us.
Here we
please.
go.
Measure those angles
go.
for us quickly.
Certainly, yeah. Hold on. Give me a second. And I got my protractor ready right here. All right. So we've got, these are approximately even. And so I'll give you that right there. This is, it's about 22. This one here should be about the same. Yeah. Now this one here, that is 28, right? All right. All right, so here's the problem for you, Flatzoid. This is still obstructed somehow, depending on how far you are, right? So you might only see, the top portion of it. But this is still farther away than this.
Okay.
The top is still farther away than the part that is not seeable at all. So
Okay.
why is it? Is this not? It's clearly not the distance, because tall objects, the top of the tall object is farther away than the bottom of the tall object.
I want to quickly show you something. Let's just do a new, or maybe I can just do it like that. Yeah. Can you see my screen? Oh wait, I first have to.
No, hold on.
First
Hold
have
on.
to share.
No, you're not sharing yet.
Yeah, I'm quickly sharing.
Oh my gosh, I have too many of these.
I must say, I'm enjoying this. Thank you, MCToon. It's really fun.
All right, I can see your
I'm
screen.
just
Go
quickly
ahead.
posting your image. Okay. Maybe we can turn it around. Rotate. Okay. So, let's. You can see what I'm saying here. Okay. Maybe I can draw it like this. Red. Okay. Not red because it's red already. Let's do green. Okay. This elevation here. Oh wait, is it a line? I don't know. Sorry, I don't really know this. It's a line color. Oh, sorry. Anyway, I'm just gonna put a line color. This distance here is different to this. You can see this elevation is different to that elevation. You agree? You agree with that?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Now this angle to the bottom of there is much more
Yes,
acute
it's-
than that angle to the bottom there.
Yeah, and what does the acuteness
Okay.
of the angle have to do with
So-
it? It's actually not very acute at all, because straight on is 90 and you're looking at like 89.
Like I'm saying,
87.
this lower one has
Yeah,
a
that's-
much more acute angle to the bottom here than this one having an acute to that. That's a much larger angle than this angle, correct? That angle to
You
the,
said more acute, then you said larger. Which one is it?
that's more acute. That's larger.
You said more. Well, you said more acute, then you said larger.
When I
talking
say
about the
sorry,
same angle.
okay, let me try and say it in different words. Acute, in other words, much more compressed. It's smaller than that one. That one's got a large angle.
Maybe to reduce your confusion, you could say smaller and larger.
Okay, smaller angle, large angle. Correct.
Yeah. Okay.
Larger angle means longer distance. Correct.
Yeah.
Thank you. Again, you have to concede that you just.
But now
your whole
the
diagram.
the very top of that building is a longer distance still, yet it is
That's-
visible when
sorry.
the bottom of the building is still
Sorry,
obstructed. Why is that?
when you are standing on the ground or raised from the ground, what is
Yeah,
the closest?
farthest away. The
What's the
farthest away of
closest
that building
angle
is
to
the
you?
top, not
What's
the
the
bottom.
closest angle to you?
Yeah.
Would it be the surface or the sky?
What's that?
When you're standing and you're looking at something in the distance, like let's say a building, or in this case it's a block.
Yeah.
Would the ground be the closest angle toward you or the block?
The ground doesn't matter because we're not looking at the ground, we're looking at the building.
Ah, so we're looking at the building, but the bottom of the building, is it closer than the ground where you're standing on?
It has nothing to do with the ground because
Oh,
you're
it
not,
has
you're not looking
everything
at the
to do
ground,
with
you're
the
looking
ground.
at the building.
This is everything to do with the ground. This is why it's called the diffraction limit. That's why when your angle gets acute too much, it gets too small, you cannot see that anymore. It has reached the diffraction limit. You have just gone and debunked your whole globe argument. Thank you, guys.
Well,
He's just shown
you've made a
diffraction
claim,
limit.
but the
himself.
diffraction limit actually doesn't make things invisible.
Oh yes, they do. That's
It
what
makes,
the
it
Rayleigh
makes
Criterion
details
is.
unresolvable.
That's what
The Rayleigh Criterion, I read it out here. The Rayleigh Criterion makes details unresolvable. It doesn't make things not be seen at all.
What does unresolvable mean?
It means that you cannot make out detail.
Ah, so if you have a larger angle and a smaller angle, which one are you going to see more apparent?
That's not what the Rayleigh Criterion is about.
Which one are you going to see more apparent?
That's
The
why
larger angle
I
or
don't
the
think you
smaller
actually
angle?
know how to apply Rayleigh Criterion.
It's a very simple
I
question,
think you were
Victor.
pulling my leg the whole time when you're talking
I
about
was
Rayleigh Criterion.
leading you the whole
Because this
time with
formula
this.
you gave me isn't the Rayleigh Criterion at all.
I was
Flatzoid.
leading you with this
You
the whole
completely
time.
you confused yourself with that formula. But tell you what, Flatzoid, let me just show you. I want to move on.
No, we don't want to move on.
I do need to wrap up. I'm gonna reveal the details here.
Wait, before you move on, let's just quickly finish this point. So, which one?
Okay.
Which one would be
Good.
more,
All right.
based on the Rayleigh Criterion? Which one would you be more?
None of this has anything to do with the Rayleigh Criterion.
Oh,
so
yes,
if you're going
it
to ask
does.
me about the Rayleigh Criterion,
You should
I'm
maybe
happy
go
to
ask
talk about
Kats.
it.
Maybe
But
go
you're
ask
not
Kats.
talking about the Rayleigh Criterion.
Which is more resolvable, a larger angle or a smaller angle?
None of them have anything to do with it. It's about the distance.
Oof. So you're throwing away the whole Rayleigh Criterion now? The diffraction limit?
No, I'm actually applying the Rayleigh Criterion that you don't seem to understand. But I'll send you a link. It's in Hyperphysics, has a fantastic treatment on the Rayleigh Criterion.
Okay, guys. So he just
There you
showed
go.
the Rayleigh
I just sent you
Criterion
the Rayleigh
in
Criterion.
very simple details.
I can apply the Rayleigh Criterion all day long, but so I do have a good handle on how it works, but none of what you're showing here actually involves the Rayleigh Criterion.
Okay, so a larger maxima.
But I would be glad to be shown wrong. Let's do the math.
Do you know what Aries
I
this
have
is?
the Rayleigh Criterion right here. Sine of theta equals lambda over d. Now, where do we put that in
Wavelength of
your
distance,
particular
yeah.
drawing here?
Wavelength of distance. So the maxima.
What's that?
So the maxima of the larger angle will be more resolvable than the maxima
But
of
where do
the
we?
smaller
I have the Rayleigh
angle.
Criterion right here. Do you see me? I'm holding this up. Sine of theta equals lambda over d. So what's what here? What's d, for example, for the Rayleigh Criterion?
see you
What's
now.
d?
Can't see you. Struggling not to.
What's d in the
I
Rayleigh
can't see.
Criterion?
FTV's kind of. Yeah, anyway, guys, like I said, he's just making my point, Joe. He's not actually understanding what's going on here.
Flatzoid. In the Rayleigh Criterion, what's d?
I don't know. You tell me.
You're the one invoking the Rayleigh Criterion, not me.
You just showed the Rayleigh
It's on you
Criterion.
to explain it and show how to apply it mathematically in this particular example.
I don't need to show anything. You're the one that said it.
It's your positive. I did not bring up Rayleigh Criterion. That was you.
You just
brought up the
drew it
Rayleigh
up.
Criterion. You claimed that this 1.22 times the square root of height is the Rayleigh Criterion. So I went and got the Rayleigh Criterion formula, which I just sent you. And so this is the Rayleigh Criterion right here. Sine of theta equals lambda over d. So how do we apply the Rayleigh Criterion to the observation that you're talking about? You say we must do it. Show me, teach me, oh Flatzoid, how to apply the
do
Rayleigh
it.
Criterion in this example.
I sent the presentation to you. You can go and learn it yourself because I'm definitely not going to teach you
You don't
something
all right, you
in
don't know how-
15 minutes. That's definitely if you
My
can't.
guess is that it won't do it. All right, we do need to move on. I don't have unlimited time. So I have here, let's see. I'm just going to show, I'm not going to work through this particular one. I did it earlier today. Right here. All right. So do you see that?
Yes.
So here is the other distance that I did on in the hallway was 27.3 feet away. So now I know the height was 4.89 feet. That's what I calculated. It's actually 5 feet, so it's 0.1 off or 0.11 off. And the distance is that. Now, knowing the distance across the flat floor and knowing the elevation, what's this angle here? Well, again, we're dealing with tangent. So we got tangent of theta equals opposite over adjacent. So opposite is 4.89, adjacent is 27.3. Do the math there, you got 0.1791. So we have tangent of theta equals this number here. We need to get that theta alone. So we do arctangent equals, or theta equals arctangent of, and I kind of got sloppy here, 0.1791, which gives us 10.15 degrees. Now I measured the angle to that as 10.1 degrees. So, Flatzoid, my application of perspective has been confirmed to work in reality. And I know you don't have a way to calculate perspective. You have baseless claims with no evidence for how perspective works in reality.
Okay, would you be able to quickly, did anybody measure that 10.15 degrees at that location?
I certainly did.
No, you calculated it. Did you see the sun? Did you measure it?
No, this is in the hallway example that I showed.
Oh, I thought
example
this
that
was
I
the
showed.
sun one.
So
Okay.
if
But
right, if this is correct, and it is because I know that the height of the light was 5 feet, this is correct. I tested this in reality, and it was correct. Then, without knowing the angle that I would get, I calculated based on the height and the distance, and I got the calculated angle, measured it, I got the same answer. So in reality, applying perspective using the orthographic work, I claim that orthographic view works. I showed it. I gave the evidence for it, and had errors in it, and can show the right way to do it, which you've not been able to
Okay.
do. Then I would be very interested in being shown the right way to do it. But once again, every single time when I ask a flat earther the right way to apply perspective, they never know how.
Okay, I have one more thing to show you before you go, if you don't mind. Let's got to find the slideshow
All right.
quickly. And I want to see if you'd be able to use your so-called measurements to get it right. Okay, here we go. I'm going to share screen now. Share, making sure it's showing to everybody. Okay, let's do slideshow. This is a flask. The first one I measured at 8.57 degrees. That's exactly, that was, you saw this probably with Sean Hawkins that time about these Polaris so-called not the challenge. You can see the flask on screen.
I did not see that.
Okay, this is 8.57 degrees. Okay?
From the ground?
Yeah,
In the Theodolite app?
yeah, 1 meter
Okay.
away. Well, 1.1. This
Okay.
is the second one and the third one, okay? These are all three measurements.
So these are all different distances away?
Yes, and you can see it
Okay.
changes in degrees. Correct? Are you writing them down?
I am not writing them down. Can you
Okay,
send them to me afterwards? Because I'm not going to do it right now.
Okay, I was just explaining, but I'm just going to get where the distances are.
Don't spoil it. I don't want the spoiler. You tell me the problem,
The
and I'll do the math
distances?
and send it to you, and you tell me if I get it right.
The distances, well, everybody. The first one was 1.1 meters away. Second one was another 1.1, so that makes it 2.2 meters away. And the third one was...
It's just no spoilers, Flatzoid. What the crap?
No. I want you to get the actual height of that
Oh, of the flask.
flask for me. Yeah.
All right. So you're giving me the distance and the angle, 3 distances and angle measurements, and you want me to get the height of the flask.
Yeah, there's your angles, and those are the
All right.
distances.
Hold on. I'll write that down. This is a good problem. I like this. All right. So the height, the 3 heights, 8 point, and there's a comma there, people. That's weird. I know, but it's supposed to be a decimal point.
Yeah, actually, but it's the app.
8.57. What weird country are you in that uses the wrong decimal point? 3.39. And then, all right, so the elevation, sorry, the distances are 1.1, you said?
Yeah, between each one.
So it's 2.2 meters and 3.3 meters?
Yeah.
All right. I will apply trigonometry and get back to you with the answer.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So that's just a fun thing I wanted to show you and see what you can do. But yeah.
All right. I have a couple questions if you would be willing to entertain a few from the audience. And maybe you have some on your side.
Yeah, I don't have any questions for you though. If you guys have any questions for MCToon, hit the super chat and I can ask MCToon. Okay, yeah.
Bring them on.
Yeah, come on guys,
All
support
right.
the channel.
Second best Bob says, I've been on Flatzoid's channel. He thinks he's winning. Do you think you're winning?
I know, I've been leading you from the start to say a few things and concede a few things, so yeah.
Okay, that's adorable. All right, and then I need to give you.
But I'm enjoying this, MCToon. I mean, we never really had a chat.
Yeah, hey, Flatzoid, I really do enjoy talking with you, and This is way better than some other channels. So
At least we have
keep doing what you're doing. I think you're on the right track. All right. Let's see. I need to.
Because I think you'll actually be a fun guy to actually go and have a braai or barbecue or something.
Absolutely. What? But I don't know what weird animals you might eat there. I'm not going to eat.
Yeah. I had low bullabeers and biltong the other day.
All right. Let me see here. What weird food might you have that I'm going to find weird?
Mapani worms?
Worms? No.
Mapani worms.
No. I'm not going to eat worms.
Well, I don't eat the Mapani worms, but the Africans here eat Mapani worms with pap. With mini pap.
Flatzoid, I have news for you. Where were you born?
South Africa.
You're African.
Yeah. Yeah, but I'm not going to say the other word.
You separated yourself from the Africans there.
Yeah, I'm not going to say the other word though. It's kind of there's a very racial connotation with the words here, so I'll rather just say brown.
Oh.
How's that sound?
Oh, okay. So the ones that have been there longer than the
culture is different. Let's put it that way.
The colonizers.
I mean, we got like 11 or 12 languages here in South Africa, so the cultures are very different.
All right. What is your first language?
English and Afrikaans, because my dad was English and my mom was Afrikaans, but I was brought up bilingual.
Okay. So Afrikaans. Now that's basically Dutch. Is that right?
Yeah, it's an offspring of Dutch, but we can still understand Dutch a bit. Yeah. Dutch is just much of a higher Afrikaans.
I'm going to try to...
you still wanted me to say donkey bob?
Right now, I'm going to pick the super chats that are for you, and I'm going to...
Oh, but I just wanted to say, Donkey Bob. You still wanted me to say thanks to Bob.
Donkey Bob?
Donkey Bob. Donkey.
All right, hold on. Say it again, and then I'll pick it out of the recording.
Okay, Donkey Bob.
All right, there we go. For 42 ways to say thank you. Thanks, Bob. Awesome. Let's see. All right, I'm let's see. Ted Iacocca says, using his style of defense, you showed me a video that proves you can predict close things. So now the big problem is distance and parallax.
Yeah.
I don't know how parallax applies in a single measurement.
Parallax.
That's a weird thing.
Parallax has got a lot to do with the compression of the scene. So when you have, distance doesn't make parallax difference. I can actually show you where focal length just changed the scene with parallax, because the one...
Well, that's two different observations.
No, it's the same observation, just using the focal length at different... Well, they use exactly the same elevation.
Is a different observation.
Okay, yeah, but it still changes at the exact same...
It changes the point of where you are effectively, even though the backside of the camera might not be there moved, the lens moves, and the elements inside the lens move, so the actual position of the important part of where you're observing it, that moves. So it is a different location.
Is a different location.
All right. Many Karen for 15 schmeckles, according to
she likes the schmeckle stuff.
FTFE says, Flatzoid, please don't breathe and type at the same time, you might choke.
Tell her she's smeckling away.
All right. Gary Wenbenga says, you cross your Z's, I cross my H's.
Okay.
Are you familiar with Gary Wenbenga?
Gary Wybenga, yeah. He's really awesome.
Did I pronounce it wrong?
Yeah, Wybenga.
Okay. Let's see. So Geistview says, Flatzoid, at what distance does a 2-inch light bulb disappear using your method of perspective calculations and knowledge?
It's obviously got to do with your elevation. And...
Yeah, but what if there's nothing between you and the light bulb and it's at a high elevation?
Then it depends on the strength of the light. Light has...
Just the light bulb. Just the light bulb.
Yeah. Is it lit or is it not lit?
guess, yeah, if it's lit at
Okay.
what distance?
Light has
Let's say it's a 60-watt light bulb. It's
Okay.
putting out 14 yonder candles.
Is it the night or the day?
I don't know.
Yeah, you see, there's so much variables. that you think
I'm
about.
sure
Is
you have
it
a general
smoggy?
purpose formula for that.
Is it smoggy? Is it dust
So there
in the
you go.
way? There's so much you can contain it. I mean, look at, when we have rain, we've been having rain for the last few days, and when the rain clears up, you can see the mountains awesome, clear, crisp. It doesn't even look like there's even a smudge, but if the air's dirty, it looks all blurry and things, because it's all
The air
optical
is
based.
dirty.
Dirty,
It's
yeah.
dirty air. all right. We got to
Yeah,
move on here.
anyway.
We got Tommy Gronwald says it's feet height or height feet. I think
Height feet. No, it's
I don't
eye
know.
above the ground.
high feet. Let's see. To quote the famous line from the Monty Python movie, he's making it up as he goes along. Oh dear, Flatzoid, 2 nights in a row. He says M2M says you made a fool of yourself.
You guys might want to pay attention to I got some clips on the thing last night. It's even on the plasma moon where Cats is going to have to concede a few things, especially with frequency.
On the plasma moon.
Well, the plasma.
Dear. Now, Flatzoid, I was commenting
And the
to
currents.
you directly on your chat last night
Yeah, sorry.
when you were bringing up this plasma moon stuff. I said,
Yeah.
Flatzoid, you are out of your depth. Please change the topic. I was actually trying to be nice to you because you were definitely not talking.
I was trying to.
Flatzoid, Flatzoid, I studied electrical engineering. You thought going into it yesterday that frequency was power.
Don't worry. Like I said, just pay attention. I was trying to get him
so
to say a few things.
Stay out of electromagnetism
You might
until
want
you know
to
it.
pay attention, MCToon.
All right, what's the Rayleigh criterion for a door 12 feet away?
There's so much different things. I don't know. Tell me, what's the size
David
of the
Lee
door?
wants to know.
What's
He
the
wants
size
to know
of the
how
door?
to apply it.
How high am I standing from the door?
Does it matter how far you are from the door for the
Yes,
Rayleigh criterion?
distance.
The Rayleigh criterion doesn't have elevation in it.
It does have distance and elevation. Elevation creates a different distance.
But the Rayleigh criterion does not
Okay,
include
let's do it
distance.
this way. If you take a strand of
That's
hair,
right. I'm telling you, the
you
Rayleigh
take a
criterion does
strand
not
of-
include
if you-
distance.
if you
The
take
D
oh really?
is not distance. The D is the diameter of the aperture.
Yes, and the diameter changes with distance, MCToon.
No, the diameter of the aperture does not change with
No,
distance.
the aperture doesn't. But
That's the
diameter
size
of the object.
thing letting the light in.
Yes, I know.
Flatzoid. That's what this D is for.
I
It doesn't matter how
know,
far you are away from something. Your eyeball or the camera you're using doesn't change the diameter based on how far you are from it. The
You can
diameter
see my
of
screen.
the
I'm
aperture
sharing
is
screen.
identical.
I'm sharing screen. Can you see
If
my
you don't
screen?
change it.
Can you see my screen?
No.
I'm sharing screen.
Oh, hold on. Yep, I got it.
Different apertures.
There you go.
Can you see the difference here with even the blades of grass?
What's the aperture? What's the aperture for the one on the left?
12 millimeter focal length, 200 millimeter.
That's a focal length. What's the
Yeah.
aperture of the left?
I think I was using 2 point.
What's that?
I'm not sure which one he was using. I was just checking the focal.
What's the diameter of the aperture on the left and the diameter
That's
of
what
the
I was
aperture on the
using
right?
too. About 2.
You tried to tell me when I first asked
2 point-
that the aperture was 12 millimeters.
Focal
It's
length.
not. What's the
Yeah, focal
aperture?
length. I told you I didn't check for the aperture. Sorry, I misspoke there.
Yeah, all right. So you don't know the aperture. So then we can't
Because he
apply a
didn't talk
Rayleigh
about
criterion to this
the thing is he
particular
didn't talk about the
observation.
aperture, yeah. But that's the point.
Because Flatzoid, the D is the diameter of the aperture.
yes.
Okay, and I can show you how it works because I have this lens right here. Do you see that lens?
You close the f-stop.
This is an old lens, and I can change the diameter of the aperture right here.
Yes,
Watch
the
this.
f-stop. There we
Look
go.
at that. You see how that got smaller? Mm-hmm. And there it's getting bigger. That's how you change the diameter of the aperture. If you take a picture with the aperture at this size, the distance how far something is away from it doesn't change the diameter of the aperture. So the Rayleigh criterion D value does not change.
Okay. I'm glad I got you to say that. But anyway, like I was saying,
All right.
distance definitely plays a role. If you have a strand of hair and it's on a piece of paper, let's say it's 10 centimeters in front of you. You can see it. What happens when you move it to 30 centimeters away? Can you still see the strand of hair?
Its angular size does get smaller, indeed, yes.
Ah. Did we change the aperture?
No, the aperture is the same.
Exactly. But why can you not see it further away? It's got to do with the wavelength of light. That's the whole point. The wavelength of light changes with distance.
It's the same way. No, the wavelength does. I mean, over very long distances, you could make that assertion, but in all of our experiences on the Earth, the wavelength, which is this one here on the top, does not change based on distance. So these two don't change based on distance. Neither of these change based on distance. This is the only one that changes based on distance. What does this do with increased distance?
Angle.
What does it do with increased
distance?
distance?
It changes the angle.
It gets smaller with increased distance.
It changes the angle.
All right.
So the
I gotta do this. All right.
You understand that you just made my point while saying that. That was what I was trying to get you to say.
That I what?
You just made my point. There's distance in the Rayleigh Criterion. Ouch.
No, there isn't. It's not.
So
there.
There's
what's no distance in here.
What
distance
is
is not in here.
What is
Which
sine
one
of
of these
theta?
variables, lambda, d, or theta, is distance?
Sine of theta.
Sine of theta is not distance.
It's an angular measurement, is it not? It's an angle.
The angle is not distance.
Does angle change
Angle is
with
not
distance?
distance.
Does angle change with distance?
What's that?
Does the angle change with distance?
It does indeed, and you know how you can calculate that?
Yeah, great.
Oh, look at that. This is how you calculate it.
Great. So it's not perspective.
Flatzoid. You yes, you apply perspective. This is how you apply perspective. This gives you theta for the Rayleigh Criterion. This right here is how you do it. Flatzoid.
Okay. Can I quickly show you what I predicted in my box?
No. Oh, go quick. Go quick.
I just have to do this quickly.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Guys, in the beginning of the show, I made... I think you're going to want to watch this. Hey, MCToon.
Come on.
Sorry, yeah.
Come on.
Let me just quickly share my screen. I can just do it like this. Okay. I made a prediction in the beginning of the show, guys, and it was about MCToon. Let's see if it came to fruition. Remember, the box was closed. Just lie there. I didn't do anything. I wrote something in here. MCToon will say orthographic is perspective. What has he been saying?
It absolutely is, yes. Orthographic is how you apply perspective. Thank you. I'm glad that you understand that. But you've not yet shown how it's different. So, all right.
Where's the convergence?
I think I have another question for you.
Okay.
So
question?
Tim Pryor says, so over an hour of you telling him to show the right way to calculate perspective and him dodging it every time, do I have this right? I'm taking another drink, damn it. Yes, Tim Pryor, you should not drink every time he does that. It's dangerous.
Okay.
All right.
Can I give you one question quickly?
Bjorn Kamitz says, Flatzoid, as a human, do you want humanity to prosper? If yes, denying one of humanity's greatest discoveries, space and the universe we live in, aren't you throwing a monkey wrench at humanity's progress?
No. I'm thinking logically.
Well,
okay.
tell you what.
You see,
I have a few
pseudoscience.
more super chats.
The problem is
They're
pseudoscience.
generally not addressed to you. So, Flatzoid.
Can I just give you one question from my side quickly?
Sure.
Uncommon sense, Australia. So, can you calculate how the apparent horizon moves to them, based on orthographic?
How it moves to them.
Can you calculate the horizon moving then using orthographic perspective?
Like when the height changes?
Yeah, the movement of the horizon.
As you modify your elevation. Yes, you can. Yeah.
So the physical horizon moves.
No, you don't see the physical horizon. You only see what light gets to your eyes, right?
Oh, so the diffraction limit.
No, not the diffraction limit. I'm sorry. I know how to apply Rayleigh Criterion. It's not what you think it is.
Can you use your orthographic perspective quickly to show us how you can derive the horizon moving?
with increasing height? Yeah, I'll draw a quick diagram for you. And this will be for brevity. I will leave out refraction. So you've got an observer here, and so I need to share. And this will be the last thing because
no, I understand. It's getting quite late.
Get going.
And we're also going to have an after
sure
show
it's
now,
getting-
so.
I'm sure it's getting late for you. All right, there you go. So
I'm used
there's
to
one
sleeping
guy.
late.
Right, so you've got the height of the guy there, and then this is what it'll look like. You've got the height there. You've got this here, and then you're going to draw. This is a triangle here, right? You've got a right angle right there, so you can do that triangle now for a higher height. Say right there. The distance to the horizon is I'm gonna have to go.
So the distance increases when
Higher
you change
to-
elevation.
What's that?
So the distance changes elevation. Well, when you change elevation, you change the distance, the angle gets larger. So you push out your field of view
The
further.
angle. This angle right here is getting smaller as you go higher up. But then it's going to be the same thing. We're at a different tangent point, and so.
But you pushed out your field of
There
view
you go.
further, correct?
So there's the same thing there. We've got a right triangle there. That's how you apply perspective on a globe in an orthographic view. So
Thank
all
you
right,
for that.
what is your poll? You've got a poll there. What's the answer?
Well,
on your poll?
obviously, most of it is globe, guys. 228 votes. Yeah, quite a lot. Thank you, guys. Does MCToon understand perspective? Yes, 66%. No, 34%. Obviously, I knew the outcome to that already because most of my guys in here are globe, so I do expect that. Nice Rubik's Cube.
Oh yeah, you're still seeing this. So, Tim Pryor, ask him if it hurts that everyone agrees with you on his own channel.
No, actually, it
With
doesn't.
me.
It does definitely not because orthographic view is definitely not perspective. Just because you have religious globies agreeing with you, just because
But
for the
I
sake of the
tested it and
narrative,
showed that it's right, and you didn't show how it's wrong.
you haven't even
Flatzoid.
showed convergence.
And
there.
I enjoy talking to you, but you gotta be honest. You didn't actually show me how to do anything. Maybe
did
you
it
want to
yourself.
prepare something
No, you
and then
did it
show
just
the right way.
You did it yourself
But-
to show it's not. Did you show convergence? We all know perspective has convergence, and you failed to show even convergence.
I don't. You need to show that I have to include it because when
That's
I
what
did my
perspective is.
calculations, I got the right answer.
Show me perspective without
So
convergence, please. Show me.
Since I got the right answer, your claim that I need to do something else doesn't do anything because you didn't show a different way to do it even.
Can you show me
So
perspective
anyway,
without
all
convergence?
right, we're just rehashing.
Okay, yeah.
We're just rehashing.
Anyway,
So
maybe we can do this another time.
Let me say thank you, and if you want, I'd be glad we can talk again.
Yeah, awesome. Definitely. Thank you for
So-
making the time for me. I really do appreciate it.
Yeah, and people, go. Flatzoid is doing it right. He's not offering to put things in my mouth that I don't want to put in my mouth. So I do thank you for that. The other channels that might suggest doing that are disgusting, and they can go away.
But thank you. I actually enjoyed this chat with you. You're nice and calm, and yeah, you let me at least talk. So I really appreciate that.
Yep. All right. We'll see you again next time.
Till next
right
time.
There, and I'm finished.
Cheers, man.
All right, people.
Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you. All right. I got a few more.
Recording stopped.
Okay, guys. I'm just gonna quickly hop off to the bathroom. I'll be back in 2 seconds. We can do an after show now. So Discord is open, and I have Gilded open. If you guys want to chat, let me put the Gilded. I'm gonna put in chat if you guys want to hop on. It would be great to hear your guys' thoughts on how it went and everything. I got him to concede so much things. I literally wanted him to say the things that he said. It was awesome. And I really need. I just want to get Where's the link? Okay, I think this is the Discord link. There we go. Okay, I got the Discord and I got the Gilded in. Give me 2 seconds. I will be back now, guys. Like literally 2 minutes. Okay, and I'm back. Did I miss anything? Chockhead, he conceded at least 5 things that whole thing. Yeah, please, if you guys haven't already, just please hit that like button and share. Really do appreciate it. And I'm so happy to see a strong and steady amount of people in the streams. It's amazing to see. I got to 100 last night. I think it was like 98 to 100, and tonight it was at some stage about 70, and it's sticking around 59, 65 around there the whole time. So really do appreciate all you guys. Did you guys enjoy this? I really hope so. Please do come and chat. That would be great if you guys can come and chat. And then Wednesday I'm going to probably be having a Flat Earth pilot on here for an interview. So yeah, FE Pilot will be probably coming on Wednesday night. Hopefully, I'm just trying to finalize the details with him. It will be great. And we're going to be talking about level and the HUDs. So Wolfie might try and be butthurt because it's another pilot going totally against what Wolfie teaches. Yeah, it's a good amount of people, PJ. Thank you for being here, guys, again. Thank you for supporting this channel, guys. Thank you for everybody that sent super chats. Thank you for all my channel members. If you guys also want to be part of the members, please do not hesitate to do so. All the support really helps. Got a Patreon link in the description if you feel you have the heart to give me some cash so I can actually get a camera. Unfortunately, all my cash funds from YouTube is still sitting in AdSense because I'm waiting for my verification pin. And South Africa's post service is useless. I've resent for the pin, and you have to wait at least 3 weeks before you can resend again. I've sent it twice, and I need to send it 3 times before I can actually get it sorted out online. So yeah. Hey PJ, how's it going? And I see Hammer Sock is also in.
How you doing, dude? You good?
Yeah, doing well, thanks, and yourself?
Brilliant, man. Yeah, excellent. Yeah, you had him. Yeah, you had him all over the place, didn't you? He doesn't really debate, does he? He just sulks and is a little sarcastic.
Yeah, but like I said, I was leading him to concede a few things from the beginning, and he did just that. So
yeah, well, yeah, all the way through. I seen it kind of on your face that you were doing something, and you kind of did. You led it that way, didn't you? He fell into it left, right, and centre.
And that's what I said. Even with Cats last night, he doesn't get. I actually led him to a few things, and yeah, I got quite a few interesting things about the plasma. There's a reason why I said frequency and things. They literally dug their own hole with a lot of things. Even Cats brought up last night, and MCToon now. I mean.
Yeah.
You guys heard all the contradictions MCToon just had. It's insane. But I love how he says orthographic view is perspective. Just like I show he's going to say that. I predicted that. Yeah?
I knew it would come to that. Yeah, I kept writing that orthographic's not perspective. You know what I mean? It's not the same. It's different. Completely different.
But you see, that's why.
From the side.
I mean, perspective has what we call convergence. He couldn't even put convergence into his orthographic view. Not even that, and that's the simplest of things with perspective.
Well, of course, if you're drawing something from the side, build in and a stick man from the side, there's no accounting for shrinkage.
There's no. It's the only orthographic view is simply only angle based. That's it. It's two-dimensional, only angle based. It does not take parallax into account, doesn't take convergence into account, it doesn't take optical phenomena like refraction into account, even though they sometimes draw it in with refraction curving lines, which is nonsense because then it's not an angle. But I mean,
Exactly.
oh, Goldie, $10 US. Thank you very much. I don't know how you can stand these conceding globy flags. Thank you, Goldie. It's you guys that make it possible. I really do appreciate your super chat. Thank you very much. You are awesome. Yeah, wow, very big. Thank you, guys. But yeah, it's you guys that make it possible. Like I said, I just literally just try to stay calm. I try and lead them into to say a few things. And then they still think they're claiming victory while showing totally contradicting themselves and validating my points, which is actually weird.
Absolutely.
It's psychotic.
Yeah, I think it was about 4 times I've seen you say that. Yeah, that's it. That's where I was going with it, sort of thing. Yeah, it's the same as last night in the comment section. There's some of the ballers like saying, yeah, Flats won it hands down, but you know, like we know different.
But I must say, yes, I agree. At least, look, the one thing I can say about MCToon, at least he's civil when he talks. He wasn't like Cat, and Cat was the last person I expected to be like that last night. So from the beginning, so I was really,
definitely.
He was the last person, because I mean that showed you he didn't have an argument, because I actually take that as a huge compliment that he actually had to use that as a how can I put it, as one of his strategies against me. So I take that as a huge compliment, because if you watch his other debates, he's calm, collective, trying to get people to concede with things, you know, trying to come with a gotcha. And he just couldn't do anything with me last night.
He was using an offensive move, so yeah, you should take it as a compliment, because he had to use an offensive move to kind of like see if he could wrap you up in it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, but yeah. But tonight's debate, hands down, one of my favorite debates so far. When he says the Rayleigh Criterion's got nothing to do with it, and then concedes by drawing the Rayleigh Criterion into the description, telling me distance doesn't change the angle doesn't change the distance, while drawing showing angle changes the distance. I mean, really.
Yeah. Distance does change the angle. Do you know what I mean? Without a doubt.
But you see, I think his whole plan for tonight's strategy was coming in to try and get me to do so-called math to replace his orthographic, and he saw I wasn't going to budge with it because it wasn't my claim. I'm not here I didn't make a claim that I can do math. Show me one person in reality, in history, that can claim they can take perspective and do perspective calculations. Yes, you get sort of how can you put it, like Life is Short, where he shows how can I put it, average based calculations, but it doesn't take everything into account. So you cannot actually do perspective calculations 100%, because how you take every variable into account, you cannot.
No, of course, yeah, I get you that.
You see, I stuck you guys our memberships on the pictures on the screen. I actually want to do a nicer one.
Say that again.
So yeah, thank you for being a member. I really appreciate it.
What? So you said? What did you say? You stuck the memberships on the screen?
Yeah.
I didn't notice it.
Oh.
I'm watching on the phone. So it's quite small.
Oh yeah, it's small. You don't see it. I got second best Bob.
I'm getting a lot of feedback on my side. Am I echoing to you, or is it just me?
No, you perfectly, yeah.
All right, I can deal with it. I'm cool as long as I'm not echoing on your side. I can deal with it.
Yeah, we're 100%. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, he ran away from conversions, Lumpy. Uncommon senses. Yeah, Cats had to get all buttered because he's scared. Yeah, guys. Last night, remember when I showed Bigfoot picture? The reason I showed that was because he's how can I put it? His line of evidence is if he shows a picture and he makes a claim about it, therefore it's evidence, it's observed. I go, and I put Bigfoot up, I'm holding it to the same standards of evidence as him. So I showed Bigfoot, it's a picture of Bigfoot, therefore Bigfoot is real. Staying at exactly the same standard that he had. While I was showing the mechanics of how things work, doing demonstrations of how they work, and they are repeatable and observable all the time. Oh, and by the way, guys, I'm going to bring out a video soon on, you know that one picture he has with the wind turbines? It's not an actual photo. It's proven to be an edited photo. Ouch.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, no way. I didn't know that. It did look a bit sus, though. It did look a bit sus.
Yeah.
Because they were like submerged in about 300 foot of water.
It's shown to be edited. Got all the details for it, everything. So thanks QE for giving me that information tidbits.
Yeah, that looks. It looks sus. Like I said, it did look like it was something deep down in there.
Yeah. Oh man. Like I said, it is late here, but I'm so used to sleeping late these days. I maybe sleep 3 to 4 hours a night, maybe max.
Yeah, I don't sleep much. As you've noticed, like, because I've seen you, you've seen me on Discord in the mornings, you know what I mean? So, yeah, I don't sleep much either.
Yeah, I'm actually very excited.
I see you, I usually see every hour of the night. I wake up every hour.
Yeah, especially when it's so hot here. Because in the afternoons, it's because it's rain season now, so in the afternoons it rains a bit, and in the mornings.
Mm-hmm.
But then after it's rained, it's so damn hot and humid.
Yeah, of course.
I think it's like 28 degrees here at the moment.
Sorry. Okay, cool. I'm saying I bet it's lovely when it rains where you're at, because of the heat.
Oh yeah, but the problem is when the rain stops, then it's extra hot, because then it's humid as well.
Yeah. Yeah, and I bet you see it rising off the ground and everything, don't you?
Yeah.
The steam.
Yeah, no, it's very hot here, because I think, when was it, Monday or something? I reached like 48 degrees. When I was in my spray booth, after my spray booth didn't want to get cooler than 45 degrees while I'm spraying. And yeah,
Right.
it's crazy. But
Right,
yeah.
it's some heat. If it was like that over, that would kill me.
I wonder if there's anybody in chat that actually wants to come and talk about the MCToon debate. Oh, you have any other criticisms on what I did wrong, maybe, on the debate? Because I am really trying to be more professional. I'm very excited. Adam Meakin's busy we're busy working on a whole brand, a new brand for the Flatzoid channel. So you guys better stay tuned. It's going to be awesome. New logo, new branding, new intro and everything. It's really exciting.
That all sounds good, man. That sounds brilliant.
Yeah, it's going to be more professional.
Look forward to that. We've still got Hammerstock in chat. He's on mute, though. Can you hear us, Hammerstock?
Hey, what's up, guys? How's it going? Yeah.
Hey, good yourself, dude.
There you go.
Good to hear you.
Oh, good.
Yeah, you too. I'm going live right after you split out. Or when are you planning on stopping this?
Well, it is already 12:30. I was thinking maybe going to another half an hour, maybe max.
Oh, yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I just want to. Yeah, I'm gonna go live at 7. But great show, man. I was listening in towards the end or whenever I hopped in there, and definitely good stuff. I was kind of preparing a little bit while you guys were chatting, but.
Oh, thanks. Do you have any criticisms for my part, though? What I can maybe change?
Not really. I mean, I'll probably go back and I'll have to go back and listen to it a little bit more because I think I didn't get too much of it, but I'll definitely go have a listen. But it sounded good. I know I heard MCToon talking about. He said, "Oh, he liked you treated him real nice, essentially." He didn't like him going on other channels, or was it Fight the Flat Earth? I said that.
Yeah, they all say that though. They like trying to badmouth other channels while talking to me, and then they go on the after show and then badmouth me behind my back.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they do what they do, unfortunately. But always great stuff, man. It's always good to hear.
Oh, thanks, man. So, do you want to maybe stick your link in the chat for your channel, then people can go and watch your show?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, quickly stick each other and I can stick in the live chat for the people. You're going to put in the live stream. Oh, man, yeah. I do know I failed on one criticism though, because I had a guy giving me some criticism, asking me I mustn't be so jittery and moving. I must try sit still. But it's so difficult. It's so difficult.
It's maybe because you get excited that you know he's falling. You were falling into his traps. So like you anticipated it, so
Yeah.
you know you were getting on to it. I get that. I get what he's on about. Yeah, I suppose that is a constructive criticism.
I'm really,
I
yeah.
would have to agree with that probably.
I'm gonna copy the link. I'm sticking it in the chat for you guys. Definitely go and watch the show. So you have any topic, Hammer, of discussion?
I'm just gonna be kind of catching up with some of the stuff I've been looking at. I'm supposed to be talking to Sean G on Sunday. What do you think about that? Is that a
Sean
good
G,
idea?
yeah, I haven't spoken to him in a while. That'd be great. Do you have any time maybe
Yeah.
for when you're gonna talk to him?
We haven't really. Actually, I think he said probably around 2 o'clock my time, Eastern Standard
Eastern,
Time,
okay.
or Daylight Time, whatever we're in right now. Is what we're kind of tentatively thinking right now.
Awesome.
So around 2 Eastern Time. Sorry.
11 p.m. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's quite cool. Yeah, maybe I can catch it if I see I'm open. It also depends with electricity thing.
Oh yeah, how's that going?
I'm still waiting for the guy to get back to me so I know what I must buy, because I want to buy the right inverter, the right battery and the right charger and things, but because I'm just scared I buy the wrong things and then I just threw all the money away. But
Exactly,
the guy's
yeah.
holding me on a line for so long now, it's like, I don't know, what must I do? I'm in the bush, there's not really much people to talk to.
You
Yeah.
only have so many options, right?
Yeah, so I might look at trying to just contact someone online, I don't know, and then just do it that way. But I don't know, I just don't trust everybody just because they're online, you know. It's like I can just say, okay, this guy says he's some expert. I just take his word for it, spend all that money, and then it's wrong.
Okay. Yep.
Because I mean, it's
Better to.
it's the money. If it was my own money, it would be a different story. But because the guys were gracious enough to give me money to buy it, I don't want to misuse that money. So at the moment, it's just sitting there waiting to be spent.
Good point.
Yeah.
I feel like it's awesome. Yeah, no. That's awesome. That sucks though that they're cutting. Am I roboting? I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
Oh,
No, you're
they're cutting the power on you. What is the reason for that? Do they give you a reason?
Our power just can't sustain the land anymore. So every time you just see, because this actually started way back in like 1994 when the ANC took over. They told them that they're going to have to start looking to the future with the power, because it's going to take strain and they have to do developments and so on. And while every cent that was poured into the development for the power to supply is just being used with fraud, laundering, and going on holiday and doing parties and buying cars, you know, the usual, because South Africa is a very corrupt country, unfortunately. So that's where all our money's gone for infrastructure, is to go to people's pockets. So
Right.
now we're suffering now. I mean, we even have at the point where people are starting to have solar farms and everything, and the government is trying to charge them tax because they don't use the electricity. That's how bad it's getting.
They want to tax them because they don't use it?
Yeah, that's how
Wow.
sad it's getting.
Wow.
Because they want the people that's using solar to give some of their solar back to the government, and if they say no, then they want to tax them for it. How exciting is that?
Yeah, they try to say over here that people sell back some of the energy that they don't use, that they make from their solar panels, but I can't say that I know anybody that does it.
Yeah, I don't know. But all I know is people have to start becoming self-sufficient these days, and I think in every country, because eventually the pawpaw is going to strike the fan, and if you're not prepared, you're going to be in big trouble. I mean, yeah,
it's crazy out there for sure.
I think I'm so excited about my veggie garden that I started growing a few months ago. I think tomorrow I can actually take the carrots out. So I'm excited to see that. Lekker Suid-Afrika. Dankie Wynand. Waardeer jou meneer. That's so good to see someone.
what's that?
I was saying thank you to Wynand because he's saying Lekker Suid-Afrika. Just means what's lekker in English? A nice way of just saying nice South Africa. So I was just saying yes, thank you Wynand. It's good to see South Africans in here because I must say I've actually got quite a few South African supporters. It's really odd. These last few months I've just been getting quite a few South African Flat Earth supporters. It was really awesome. Yeah, Lumpy Gas, good to see you. How you doing, mate?
You're on mute.
Yeah.
Lumpy.
Maybe he's just listening in.
Yeah, okay.
I think the other night he was also driving at this time. But yeah, guys, if you don't forget, after this show, Hammer is Refracted. What's name is having a live stream. Do go and watch it. Really well worth it. They have some awesome chats.
I appreciate that, man.
All the time.
You're the man, though.
No, man, you guys rock. You guys have awesome chats. A lot of the time, because it's usually on the time when I sleep and stuff, or I have my streams. So I download your guys' stream and I listen to it at work. Really, you guys chat about some awesome stuff sometimes. Really do enjoy it.
Appreciate it, man.
That's actually my main way of getting to listen to things. Even FED and stuff. I download it, and then when I'm at work the next day or whatever, then I listen to it while I'm working. So everybody at work knows I'm a flat earther, and you must just see their faces when the arguments come up. That's so funny.
Oh man!
Because
you're listening to that on your work?
Yeah, while I'm at work, full blast.
Oh, that's something.
Full blast.
Yeah.
And it's on my phone, so wherever I go, everybody can hear it.
That's yep.
No, I'm not
Not an easy
ashamed.
situation, is it, but
Yeah, I'm not ashamed. Why must I be ashamed of the truth?
nah, of course.
Yeah, it's just, you know. Oh, sorry. What's up, Lumpy?
What's up,
Hey,
Lumpy?
can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you fine.
Yeah. We can hear you, Lumpy.
Yeah, I had to pull my headphones off. They weren't registering. Say, Flatzoid, you were wondering about getting information, and this might be like really dumb advice, but YouTube, I find a lot of useful information there, and then kind of look at the comments and see if people are, saying this is working or isn't working or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, but the problem with most of my comments is based on ballers, though, so I don't really take their words for criticism.
Well, I mean, for your equipment that you were
the
talking about.
equipment, yeah, you're right. There's a lot of forums, I think, as well. I'm going to check, because there should be forums out there that said tested and what they work with. And the problem comes with my budget. I don't know, because I'm in the bush and the things are much more expensive here, because they usually buy it, and how can I put, the shops here buy it from town, and then they have to bring it here, so they push it up. The price is quite a lot. Let's take the 100 kVA, the 100 AH batteries, the deep cycle gel batteries. By my brother in Cape Town, I can get the same battery for half the price I pay here.
Wow.
Half the price.
Yeah, it's got to be like you guys are in a major shipping port like the States or something.
Yeah, I think it's just got to do with where you are situated in South Africa, though. I mean,
you're maybe out in the bush a little bit too.
Yeah, more in the bush, yeah.
Yeah, and that costs money too to get it out there.
Yeah. I mean, even my car I bought, my Captiva, I bought it in Cape Town by my brother, because I got it at a much cheaper, it cost me cheaper to buy it cash there and to bring it over here by truck than it would have been for me to buy it here.
Yeah.
And I still saved like 50 G's by doing that.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
That's a good saving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I can't drive my Corsa
yeah.
around here. It's
What's
too
it?
low. So I had to get an
Flats.
SUV.
You did well, Flatzoid. I have to re-listen to the upload, but yeah, Convergence. He ran from that real quick.
Yeah.
And then Conspiracy Cats. One he doesn't want to answer is
He
air
did,
pressure.
didn't he?
Yeah.
He ran away from air pressure.
Yeah.
The air pressure problem.
He ran away from everything. That's why he just flat out denied when I
Oh,
showed him
yes,
star
sir.
trails. I showed him the moon upside down.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
He flat out denied everything.
Yeah.
It's like, what?
Really? Wow. Yeah, I haven't listened to that up yet. I've been doing an overnight job, so still adjusting my sleep schedule and whatnot. So
Hey.
all work is good. So
So yeah, because now I'm still think of tomorrow's topic, but I heard TB say yesterday, or I think it was yesterday, what I was talking about. That I must do maybe magnetic declination on the flat Earth. Talk about that. I would like to actually, because I want to do more research into it. I actually Adam Meakin sent a video to me that I saw on Taboo Conspiracies channel, where the guy explains magnetic declination on a flat Earth is not magnetic. He's explaining it as if why the people, when they sail yachts and stuff, do magnetic declination. It's because it's to actually how can I say it, change the shape because it's flat. So where they're saying you're doing 15-degree magnetic declination to go a certain direction, it's actually you just course correcting, because that's actually where the island is on a flat Earth, which is really exciting. That's actually quite interesting. So I might look at doing that tomorrow. Yes, into the break. Orthographic view is not first person point of view. It's the simple for you, Kleiner. Even Akumu is telling you this. Exactly. There's no magnetic declination, Reinhard. Yep.
it's characterized by the name. It has a different name for a reason.
Uh-huh.
I mean, as a machinist, I look at orthographic views and I have to know my views. And at any rate, that was really a dumb thing for him to say.
And remember, that's why I did that prediction box. I'm going to do more of these prediction boxes, I think. It's going to be fun. But it's simple. Orthographic is two-dimensional, only interested in angles. Full stop. There's no perspective involved whatsoever.
Sounds good. That's
But yeah,
Do you know about the
yeah?
Flat Earth Radio website? Are you still alive? Sorry, am I
Yeah, I'm still alive,
interrupting
yeah. It's after show. Flat Earth Radio. No, I haven't heard of it.
But am I interrupting something right now?
No, carry on. We're just having a chat.
Do you know about the Flat Earth Radio Live website? Are you familiar?
No.
The ferlive.com?
If you're alive. Isn't that the one that Dan, the Waterman or something?
Yeah,
set up?
yeah.
Yeah. It's really awesome.
Okay.
He's actually set up a page for me
Yeah.
and then everything.
Yeah, the thing's awesome, right? Have you talked about it on your show?
Not yet. I still want to actually present.
My show.
I actually still want to present it.
Okay.
Yeah, are you gonna present it on you as well, on your show?
Yeah, I was gonna talk about it a little bit. He's over there right now.
Awesome. Yeah, just tell him I really say thank you about that, because it is awesome. It's actually a cool platform, and I think more people are gonna jump onto that once we start showing it. Yeah, there we go. I actually got it.
Start promoting it.
Yeah. There we go. I'm gonna actually open it quickly. It's on furlive.com.
Yes, sir.
Because he's actually created one for me as well. I wonder if this is the Flat Earth Radio. There we go. Check there, guys. Really awesome stuff. I'm gonna actually send the link in the chat, because this is gonna be a new hub for a lot of Flat Earth stuff for you guys. See, even DP's there. I see Plain Truth there. There's my stuff. Because a lot of the times, I think you also realize, I mean, missing curve is there, refracted curve, philosophy. I mean, a lot of the times we get very censored everywhere and nobody really sees us. So this is quite a cool hub to get to see new places that you would not before see, you could put it that way. So I think it's really awesome. Oh.
Hey Hammer, I happened to just see you were gonna do a show on the JIT stream or whatever. Yeah. I just posted a link in the live chat commentary of coming through clouds, which is something I've always kind of wondered if they tried to hide that in clouds. And I happen to have a plane right in my view doing it right now. In fact, I can take another picture. Do you see what I'm saying?
Say that again?
Yeah, I thought it was fine.
Hold on. Your stream when you were on Nathan's show this morning, you were talking about doing a jet stream trail, and
oh yeah.
Yeah, if you look at the live stream voice image, I posted I can take another picture. The one thing I was thinking about when I took it was if they tried to hide this in clouds and it's coming through. I'm gonna take another image. Hold on.
Okay, oh, you know what's awesome about this? Look at the actual line. It kind of goes with the same parallel as the convergence with the light pulse. You see that? It goes in the same angle. And yet the light poles are showing it's going up with the road. And it's still converging to the same convergence. Really awesome photo.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's gonna.
Sorry, buddy. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, it's gonna. Optical convergence is how our eyes get depth.
Mm-hmm. And you see, now that is perspective. That's three-dimensional. Just because it's relayed to your eyes in 2 dimensions, it doesn't make it not three-dimensional. It's got depth. It's still got X, Y, and Z. It's so simple. There's reasons why you see it this way.
Yeah, we wouldn't have depth perception if everything came across the. Like if you can imagine like a skyscraper getting smaller as you move into the distance.
Yeah.
And that's not all Earth curve. If it was all Earth curve, it couldn't be because that's way too much Earth curve. I remember people argue like the Netflix thing where they say that the lines are being disappeared or whatever. It was dumb because there's a black swan in the image, but I don't know, man.
Wow, the second image is so nice. That sun looks awesome with the silhouette of the chimney.
Yeah, I turned it a little so that the thing could be seen. I don't know if it's real visible or not, but it just happened to be there, and I figured maybe if he was doing a stream about that topic, I figured I'd post a couple images of it being mixed up in the clouds, which is always something I wondered about.
I appreciate that, man. So what, you have a question on it, you said? What do you wonder about?
Oh, and I'm just making a statement, like how optical convergence, it is our depth perception. It's how we, things are getting smaller in the distance to the convergence point, and that's just how we, figure out for depth, how far we're seeing. And that it extends with more aperture, like a Nikon P1000. Images that we get with that it's breaking the globe geometry.
Yeah.
That's another thing, hey, Flatzoid, I think bringing up during debate, dial in my opinion, my humble opinion, dial in how to present Alberuni's claim versus our super zoom cameras and how he was claiming a geometric horizon when we can see way beyond it now. Mm-hmm. Oh boy, there's another one doing it. I'll take a picture.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to get with MCToon to continue, and that's what he was doing when he was drawing his final thing when he was saying he's drawing perspective when he changed the elevation with his orthographic on that curve. That's exactly what I was trying to get him to concede. He just doesn't get it yet.
Check out that image.
But yeah, I want to actually refine the Alberuni argument, because it does come up a lot though. That's why I was trying to bring the shard up to him with those other two guys, those two clowns trying to measure Earth's radius using the shard. And it showed how wrong they were based on perspective measurements. And they tried to do it orthographically, and they saw how they were wrong with their measurement of the shard, because orthographic doesn't take perspective into account. That's why it's wrong. That angle measurement you take is not exactly what you see in reality, because you are ignoring every optical phenomena associated with what you are seeing if you're doing optical orthographics.
You know, I was just thinking on that. What about like a tall brick building? As you move away, you can still see the building, but the details of the bricks will converge into kind of like it's just a color. We're not able to identify individual bricks with distance, is what I'm trying to say. So that the Rayleigh Criterion, we got to get images and stuff so it can be posted, kind of like 24/7. We'll do it.
Yeah.
I need a better camera. I would do that. I just got my phone camera, but everybody knows what I'm talking about that isn't a liar. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But I mean, he even got to actually, without he realizing it, he conceded the diffraction limit when he changed the elevation of that angle to the block. Because that's exactly what he's doing. He was showing the angle more acute, and then he's changed it wider, and thus you could resolve it based on angle. It's very simple.
Hey guys, I'm going to drop out. Flats, well done.
Thank you, man. I really appreciate you guys being here. I think I'm just going to end the live show now, because I know Hammer's going to start his live show. So,
Yeah. I'm going to go sleep. It's a bit late. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
Flats, one. Well done, man. See you tomorrow.
You too, man. Get a good night's
God bless.
rest.
Okay.
Blessings, man.
God bless, guys.
Hey, you have a good night.
Cheers.
Yeah, you
You
too,
have a good night.
PJ. Good.
Cheers, PJ.
Bless, love you. Bye-bye. All you guys, bye-bye.
Can't fight later, man.
Yeah, so I'm just going to quickly close the stream off. I just want to say thank you to everybody that's been here. Thanks for the after show. Thank you for guys for coming and chatting. Really do appreciate it. Thank you, Hammer. If you guys haven't already, here's the link to Hammer's stream. It's about to start soon. Do go over there. Oh, sorry, that's Fibber. I put the wrong one in. But yeah, go there as well. It's definitely a good hub to go to. Copying it.
Yeah, it looks like we got some people building up in the Discord, so
That's
we'll have
great.
some commentary for sure going on. We'll make a show for them.
Yeah, definitely. Guys, do go over to there, because they have awesome subject to talk, and yeah, you guys can probably join in and chat as well. So again, just want to say thank you for this. It was really awesome. It was good to see such high numbers for the stream. You guys are really awesome. Thank you for all your support. Thank you for everybody that's just come here. If you haven't already, just hit that like button and share. It does push it out to a further audience. And yeah, again, thank you for all the super chats and members and so forth. Until tomorrow night. God bless. Cheers.